And welcome, racing fans and NASCAR stock racing fans, to Tim Reynolds Show's live play-by-play here for the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series race at Phoenix Raceway. And ladies and gentlemen, after 3 straight victories by Tyler Reddick, the driver of the number 45 Toyota Camry for 2311, we will now see, can he make it 4 in a row? Well, he was the first driver in NASCAR history to win 3 straight races to start a season. So could he possibly make it 4 in a row? We will find out here tonight. But there are a lot of other competitors here at this very unique and fast racetrack here in Phoenix. And man, in the desert, we see a lot of racing and a lot of pushing and a lot of shoving from these NASCAR Cup Series drivers in what should be an astounding race here tonight. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Our pole sitter is a 4-time Phoenix.
Okay, didn't mean to do that. All right, thank you, everybody. Hope we're doing good. Everybody hear me okay? What's up, Mr. Fulton? How we doing? Heck yeah, dude. What's going on, Keith? How we doing, brother? How we doing, guys? Can everybody hear me okay? All right, looks like we are doing good here. And here we go, guys. And Joey Logano was able to qualify here on the pole for this race here today.
Do you think it's going to be both ends today? We always know 1 and 2 is a little bit wider. Do you think we're going to see that in 3 and 4 as well?
Yeah, I do. I think you'll get 2.5, maybe 3 late, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 down here. Pretty much from wall to wall, either side.
Well, you've got the best view, man. Have a great day.
All right, man. See you later. Thanks.
As they interview there, the pole sitter here for this race, we go over the qualifying positions here as we see Joey Logano, the number 22 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing, starts in first. Kyle Larson in the number 5 Chevrolet on the front row here as well.
Pain and celebrations for Kyle Larson en route to his 2nd championship. 3rd place result was all it took to make that.
That's right, guys, at the 2025 Phoenix Fall Race. This is where Kyle Larson was able to win the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series Championship. Austin Cindric will qualify and start 3rd here in the number 2 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing. Daniel Suarez qualifies 4th in the number 7 Chevrolet. Ryan Blaney qualifies 5th in his number 12 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing, as we see all 3 Penske Racing cars qualified inside the top 5. Ross Chastain qualified 6th in his number 4 Chevrolet, or number 1 Chevrolet. And Carson Hocevar qualified 7th in the number 77 Chevrolet. Tyler Reddick, the driver who has won 3 straight races, qualified 8th here in his number 45 Toyota Camry. William Byron qualified 9th in his number 24 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Josh Berry qualified 10th in his number 21 Ford Mustang there for the Wood brothers. So a good qualifying position for him. Danny Hamlin qualified 11th in his number 11 Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. Christopher Bell, who won here in this same race here at this time last season, he's qualified 12th in his number 20 Toyota Camry there for Joe Gibbs Racing. Ryan Preece qualified 13th in a number 60 Ford Mustang, and then Ty Gibbs qualified 14th in a number 54 Toyota Camry as well. And John Hunter Nemechek rounds out the top 15 here as he qualifies 15th in his number 42 Toyota Camry. All right, so thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, we see, guys, Brad Keselowski is going to be in a backup car, so he goes to the rear. Zane Smith in the number 38 Ford Mustang does as well. And we see Carson Hocevar will have to go to the back as well in his number 77 Chevrolet due to adjustments.
Let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car.
What's going on, GP Pods? How we doing, guys? Everybody hear me okay?
Now, I want to kind of focus on the right front.
I want you to look at the temperatures of the different components. Look at the rotor, 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, this is with a standard brake.
So the temperature for the calipers, man, this is something we definitely got to look out for here at Phoenix, where we get a lot of braking and the rotors get very, very hot. All right, so here we go, guys. Cracking open a cold one. Let's go. It's Tap and Tim Reynolds Show.
Which is still a safe operating temperature. Why do they do this? This helps the car turn under braking. But with this package, coolant is so critical. But what will happen, the rotor will expand and start revving the brake caliper, and guys, that can lead to a rotor failure.
So that's right, guys. So these rotors and brakes are going to be big parts to look out for here at this race at Phoenix Raceway, especially with how hot it gets, but also with how much braking they have, with how fast these cars go here at this racetrack.
Running those pads to keep that thing driving good on the entry, but it can also create a lot of heat and sometimes some problems.
Drivers coming down pit road to check pit road speed.
All right, guys, here we go.
Today's race,
This race, 312 laps and 312 miles. Stage number 1 will be 60 laps. Stage number 2 will be 125 laps. And the final stage will be 127 laps here. Pit road speed is 45 miles an hour, and your pit window is anywhere from 86 to 90 laps here. 83-degree temperature here today with northeast winds 10 to 16 miles an hour. Sunny forecast with 112-degree track temperature, so a hot track here in this one.
Issues in practice yesterday. Low pressures, excessive camber, a lot of different things can affect those Goodyears.
Greed.
Yeah.
Kevin. Yeah, this is not a Goodyear problem. This is the team pushing the limits to try to get the most out of that tire. So they will do that again today. It's hot. They're going to lower the air. They're going to put as much camber in them as possible. So be interesting to see who has the first issue.
The restart zone here is in turn number 4. And the racing surface, well, it's paved all the way down to the inside wall. And that dogleg creates a very interesting challenge for the drivers, especially on restart.
That's right, guys. A dogleg here where it actually ends up widening the track. Gosh, the track's a little extra wide.
Very unique to have that restart zone in the corner.
What's up, Ghost? How we doing, man?
It's been hard to anticipate when those guys are going, but when you get to the start-finish line, you got to hang a left.
Don't forget about this. Record was broke last week by this man, Tyler Reddick and company, right? Put Michael Jordan back in victory lane for the first 3 races of the season. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and they're all chasing after him, starting 8.
Remember, Hocevar to the rear for alternator trouble. Everybody else on the inside lane moves up the road. Here they come out of turn.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys! And here we go down to turn number 1 as Joey Logano has the lead, and we go 4 wide as we enter here in turn number 1. And what an incredible start to this race, as these restarts will be crazy here, folks, as we go down the backstretch. And what an incredible race we've already got here going on, as Ryan Blaney has worked his way side by side with Kyle Larson, battling for that number 2 position as we come down the front stretch. Joey Logano leads the first lap here, and there you see the dogleg already. Cars going about 6-7 wide as they go across that dogleg to try to get a couple of extra seconds off their lap times. And now going 5 wide here as we go down the backstretch. Kyle Larson takes over that second place position as Ryan Blaney that's Austin Cindric in the number 2. And the number 2 Penske Ford Mustang there battling alongside Kyle Larson. And now William Byron side by side there with Daniel Suarez battling for that top 5 spot. The number 24 Chevrolet 400 Motorsports looks really fast today here, folks. And a nice run here for Daniel Suarez, able to qualify inside the top 5 in that number 7 Chevrolet. And you're already seeing the braking coming into play here very early, as we see a lot of really good racing here early on at Phoenix Raceway. And oh man, we're seeing here, it looks like Joey Logano already coming up on the possibility of lapping a car here only on lap number 4. 309 laps to go here as we see Ryan Blaney makes a move to get in front of two drivers there. A nice spot there to get him inside the top 6. So now right behind the top 5 here is Blaney, able to get that number 12 Ford Mustang right behind Daniel Suarez and William Byron. And as those two Chevrolets battle side by side, Ryan Blaney here on the inside looking for a spot. We're 3 wide heading into turn number 4. And what an incredible drive here. Ryan Blaney side by side down the front stretch. And William Byron will have to dump behind Daniel Suarez. But here comes Ryan Blaney to take a top 5 spot away from William Byron. And now Daniel Suarez, as Blaney's able to pass by 2 Chevrolets. They're in just 2 corners. But Suarez is going to battle back here. He's side by side with the number 12 Ford Mustang. And Blaney and Suarez battling here, and there's Tyler Reddick battling alongside. There's Danny Hamlin coming along. Ross Chastain in that number 11 Toyota Camry has got 17 top 5s here in his career at Phoenix Raceway. 2 career wins for Danny Hamlin here at Phoenix. And battling now, he's inside the top 6, or excuse me, the top 8. So Byron drops back a couple of spots as we see Tyler Reddick able to jump up inside the top 6 here as the drivers start to spread out here now. Usually this is what we've been seeing this year quite a bit from these drivers. Not too aggressive early on at the start of the race. You sort of want to fill your car out, take your time until you can make some adjustments here. The fuel window here at this Phoenix Raceway is anywhere between 83 and 90 laps. So we see here the biggest movers already. How about Carson Hocevar, who had to start near the back of the field, and he's already worked his way up 8 spots since the start of the race here on lap number 8. So a terrific move getting back up to the field, or the front of the field, for Carson Hocevar, having to go to the back of the field here after adjustments made. What's going on, Martin? How we doing, man? Brent, thank you coming in, bro. Appreciate you, Keith. What's up, GP Prods? And Ghostify, how we doing, man? One of our members here on the channel.
Well, when you're going to run the top line here, you have to still drive the car into the corner, and it's a really unique situation because in these cars, the bottom or the top, you transfer from the brake. As soon as you get off the brake, you don't want to have any time between when you touch the throttle. So a lot of partial throttle. You adjust that from the bottom of the racetrack to the top and how far you carry that.
Still down 877.
Larry?
Yeah, I've been watching these guys shifting, and they're going between 3rd and 4th, and now that the pace has slowed down, what Kyle Larson is doing, he is staying in 3rd gear off of turn 2 down the back straightaway where Logano and Cindric are actually going to high. Larson is staying in 3rd all the way down the back straightaway through 3 and 4.
Yeah, and it's actually from 4th to 5th right there. And for me, I always like to leave it in 4th gear down the back straightaway because it kept me from overdriving the corner. See right there, Larson left it in 4th gear that lap. If you leave it in 5th gear, I always thought that it made the car tighter getting in the corner and you were harder on those front tires. So as they go from new tires and get more laps on these tires, you'll start seeing more and more of them leave it in 4th gear.
Well, they better find a better gear.
That's right, guys. So we're starting to see already how the tire wear and brakes are handling here for some of these cars as we're 12 laps in. And how about this? Austin Cindric coming alongside Kyle Larson here as he looks to take away that top 2 spot. And Ryan Blaney has now worked his way all the way up inside the top 4 here, getting around Daniel Suarez. And now we see Suarez under fire here as Tyler Reddick battles alongside the number 7 Chevrolet. That number 45 Toyota Camry looks very fast here today at Phoenix Raceway as Tyler Reddick looks to get inside the top 5 here at Phoenix.
Complex in North Scottsdale. Roger must be smiling now. He's got the top 3 spots. Logano, Cindric, Blaney, with Larson Chevy in 4th and Tyler Reddick's Toyota.
And Logano continues to lead here as we've got 13 laps down here at Phoenix Raceway with 299 laps to go. It's been an incredible start to this race as these drivers continue to try to fill this racetrack out and fill their race cars out as they try to see what's going on here. Guys, thank you for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show here as we reached our first commercial break. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, so want to make sure we have this viewable for you guys here as much as we can. All right, I think we're good now. It should be pretty decent. Let me try this real quick. Give it a little refresh. All right, guys, and now we're seeing here side by side on commercial break. How about Ryan Blaney as he gets around his teammate Austin Cindric, and now that number 12 Ford Mustang has gotten inside the top 2 spots. What an incredible run here for that number 12 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing. Ryan Blaney has worked his way around several drivers to get up inside the top 2. And Austin Cindric has been very impressive himself here early on at Phoenix Raceway. But that number 2 Ford Mustang will have to drop back to the 3rd spot here as Ryan Blaney is able to get around his teammate there for that top 2 spot. And now we see Daniel Suarez continues to drop backwards after we've seen Tyler Reddick able to get around the number 7. Now he's under fire by the number 11 Toyota Camry of Denny Hamlin. All right, appreciate you guys. I'm about to get back to some racing here. Okay, I think we've got it going good now here, guys. Sorry about this. Just trying to... There we go. All right, we're back here at the Raceway, guys. Thanks for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. What's up, GP Prods? Yeah, Max Crosby trade was crazy. I still got to get that stuff on my channel. Working on a lot of content right now, guys. What's up, Ghost? He says, get ready, done with this damn deck belt. It's race 30. Heck yeah, Ghost. Let's go, man. Appreciate you hanging out on the channel.
Looks to me like they've got some work to do on this 5-car.
And that's right, guys. They're talking about it here on the broadcast. Kyle Larson, unfortunately, continues to drop backwards after starting on the front row here. He's now in the 5th place position in that number 5 Chevrolet, and they're going to have to make some adjustments here. But we're looking at a replay here as we see Carson Hocevar almost get into the wall, battling there with Riley Herbst. And oh, Riley, the number 35 Toyota Camry, got into the back in there of Carson Hocevar. Oh, look at that, guys, as we got some tire rubs, some contact there from Hocevar and Herbst. And Riley's not going to be happy about that. And we all know Carson Hocevar is very aggressive in that number 77 Chevrolet.
I know it's frustrating. We will get by. Be cool with your car.
Easy for the spotter to say.
Yeah, very easy for the spotter to say.
That goes back several weeks, right? We talk about when you race people hard.
Uh-oh, and now, unfortunately, Kyle Larson under battle here from 2 Toyotas, and he'll drop 2 more spots here in that number 5 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. He'll have to make some adjustments, folks, to help that car out, as we see now Denny Hamlin in the number 11 Toyota and Christopher Bell in the number 20 Toyota able to get around the number 5. And Joey Logano continues to lead this race here at lap 24 of stage number 1. 60 laps here in stage number 1. And Logano has led all 23 laps today. He looks very good in that number 22 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing.
One of the biggest races in the world, one of the hardest to win. There's Scotty right there. That is his co-driver to his left.
All right, thank you everybody for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And how about Scott McLaughlin there, one of the other Penske drivers in the IndyCar series, hanging out watching here today after the IndyCar raced here yesterday here at Phoenix Raceway. And how about that number 12 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing? Ryan Blaney has continued to get this car up right behind his teammate as we see Penske now leading in the top three here with all three of their Ford Mustangs. Joey Logano in first, Ryan Blaney in second, and Austin Cindric in third.
All Penske cars by about a tenth and a half. We were able to sit in on Blaney's team meeting this morning. Think about it.
All right, guys, so as they go over their little team meeting here, we've already seen Ryan Blaney cut into that lead with his teammate Joey Logano in the number 22 Ford Mustang. We see Ryan Blaney has now cut it within a second of his teammate here in that second place position in the number 12 Ford Mustang. So right now, you got to say Ryan Blaney's probably got the fastest car on the racetrack, and his number 12 Mustang is continuing to get better throughout this long run here. Now remember, stage one is only 60 laps, so these drivers will be able to take it all the way to the end of stage one before they're having to worry about their first pit stops. But I'm a little concerned with a few different cars. We've seen now that the Hendrick cars, William Byron in the number 24 Chevrolet and Kyle Larson in the number 5 Chevrolet, have continued to drop backwards since the start of this race. And maybe there's something going on with the Chevys as well, because Daniel Suarez has also fallen back all the way to the 7th place position here in this race at Phoenix Raceway. And you see the Penske running order first, second, and third for all three of the Penske Ford Mustangs here today at Phoenix Raceway, and Team Penske definitely looks like a contender here at Phoenix.
Not turning like it needs to, so that tells me Logano's either tight through the middle or he can't get the power down on the exit and loose off.
All right, guys, so we are hearing that Logano is having a little bit of issues here with his steering, especially in the middle of the corner, while Ryan Blaney continues to just chip away at that lead, now cutting into almost a half a second.
Thanks, Larry.
Yeah, because when that right rear tire decides that it's all done, you literally can't drive the car.
Now that car out in front of Joey Logano is Zane Smith, who had to do that pass through. He's done a great job of staying on the lead lap, but Logano is closing in, and Smith may need a caution to be able to stay there. There's the Ford Racing camera on board Zane Smith.
And as you look back at Joey Logano, our leader right there, the one thing that we were concerned about with Logano was when he gets to this traffic, because that's always the strength of a car that turns better, is being able to turn when you get that dirty air from the car in front of you.
So we see here Zane Smith in his third year in the Cup Series there in that number 38 Ford Mustang is now under fire from Joey Logano, the leader, and he's threatening to take him a lap down here, as Zane Smith had to do a pass-through penalty to start this race after some adjustments that he had to make at the start, or yesterday before the start of this race. All right, thank you everybody for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Please don't forget to hit me up in the chats here if you guys have any NASCAR questions or any shout-outs, anything like that you guys want to talk about, man. I appreciate y'all. All right, let's see here. All right, here we go. Adjustments are good, I believe. All right, so we continue here on another commercial break, but we're watching a battle here as Joey Logano's now coming up right behind the number 38, and that car is threatening to go a lap down here as that number 38 Ford Mustang. As we see here, Joey Logano in the number 22 Mustang able to get right behind that car, and he will put Zane Smith a lap down as Ryan Blaney is now right on the back bumper within a half a second of his teammate Joey Logano. So Logano will be able to get around Zane Smith. That will put the number 38 a lap down here, but he'll continue to try to battle to hopefully get that lap back here. But Logano definitely the much faster car here, and there goes Ryan Blaney around the number 38. So now Blaney, since he's able to get around that car a little bit easier, he may be able to close that gap here between his teammate and himself. That number 12 Ford Mustang has been the fastest car on the racetrack here early on in this race. We're 35 laps down in the first stage here with 60 laps in the first stage. So we'll see what happens here as Ryan Blaney's got about 25 laps to go here to get around his teammate before the end of stage number 1. What's up, Terry? Chase Elliott is all the way back in 19th position. A lot of these Chevrolets here today, guys, especially for the Hendrick Motorsports teams, that looks like they're going to need to make some adjustments here. Unfortunately, a lot of their cars are not running really well here early on here in this race. So we see here Ryan Blaney getting right to that back bumper of Joey Logano here. He could look to the inside as they come across the front stretch here. Joey Logano still holding on to the lead here in Phoenix, Arizona. And this is the Straight Talk Wireless 500 here, ladies and gentlemen. And Logano now under fire as his teammate Ryan Blaney is all over his back bumper. And Logano's having to find different racing lines here. As we see, Logano actually has the fastest lap here thus far. But man, Ryan Blaney is battling to take away that top spot from his teammate. That number 12 Ford Mustang for Team Penske is looking very fast here, folks.
Logano's defense now is to try to put his car right in front of Ryan Blaney's car to put that dirty air on the nose of his car. You saw him move down the racetrack. I would not give Blaney the bottom of the racetrack down here because he's just better through the center of the corner. So
we're seeing here as the number 12 continues to try to find clean air. Logano has got to try to stay in front of his teammate to sort of break up that air on the front bumper that gives Ryan Blaney a little more downforce, especially in the corners here, which you can clearly see. Logano's got more of that straightaway speed, but man, Ryan Blaney closes right there with that corner speed and the turning ability that he has in this number 12 Ford Mustang as these two continue to battle out here at lap number 40 of 60 here in stage number 1. So 20 laps left to go here in the first stage. And how about Tyler Reddick? Ladies and gentlemen, the driver who's won 3 straight races, the first NASCAR driver ever to do that to start a season, now has worked his way up inside the top 5 and is battling with Austin Cindric for a top 3 spot here at Phoenix Raceway.
Is having some issues. The most dreaded 2 words at Phoenix, brake shake.
Well, they've been the team that's had the most problems with brakes. They have exploded rotors. They've had.
And guys, they are talking about it here with Tyler Reddick having possible brake shake here already early on, but it's not really slowing him down. The driver's already worked his way up inside the top 3, getting around Austin Cindric, and that number 45 Toyota looks very, very fast as we see team owner Michael Jordan looking onward here.
Well, he couldn't be the one to break the streak. He had to keep it going by being at the racetrack.
Dude, Ghostify, absolutely, man. Ryan Blaney is so good, dude. All right, 2 banger belts on, Tractor Works, race, and beer time. Whoop, whoop. Burgers and marinating. Let's go, Ghostify. That's what I'm talking about, man. Come on. Burgers sound really good right now. All right, so here we go, guys. Ryan Blaney still battling with the leader. And, man, unfortunately for Kyle Busch, he's going to go down a lap here as Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney are able to get around the number 8 Chevrolet for RCR. And you see here, Kyle Busch actually has some pretty good records here at Phoenix Raceway as far as laps led and top 10 or top 20s, I think it said. So here we go, guys. Thanks for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As you see here, Joey Logano continues to hold on to the lead here, but Ryan Blaney is getting right there behind his teammate. And once again, guys, that number 12 Ford Mustang looks very fast in the corners. Logano a little bit quicker on the straightaways, but I think this corner speed is really going to help out Blaney here, especially with all this traffic out in front of Joey Logano. And you can also see here, it looks like Blaney's not afraid to use a little more brake into the corner here, which is possibly helping him with his grip level. But now we've got 3 cars out in front of Joey Logano here. And now that number 22 Ford Mustang gets a little loose there, coming down the front stretch. And now with less than 15 laps to go in stage number 1, how about this, guys? As we see Danny Hamlin now getting around the number 2 Ford Mustang of Austin Cindric and taking away that top 5 spot. But here we go. Traffic out in front. Now Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano are side by side. Blaney making a move on the outside, and he takes away the lead from his teammate. What a move by Blaney! And we see there that number 12 Ford Mustang looks so fast as he takes the outside, gets around not only Logano, but 2 other drivers in the number 4 and the number 41. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, looks like Logano could be having some communication issues with the radio not working for Logano inside that car. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a new leader here at Phoenix Raceway as Ryan Blaney has been able to get around his teammate, and that number 12 Ford Mustang looks absolutely fast here at this very fast racetrack at Phoenix Raceway. And Logano will have to work on those communication issues, hopefully, when we get done with stage number 1 here in about 10 more laps, where the drivers will be able to pit first and make some adjustments. But man, the Chevrolets are probably the talk of the day here, as a lot of these Chevys are falling backwards here, even after qualifying very close up into the top front. Up in the front, I should say. All right, guys, we got so many people hanging out here today, man. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. All right. So we see here, guys, the number 45 of Tyler Reddick has looked very impressive here early on, even though we are hearing reports that they're having some brake issues right now, some possible brake shake in the number 45 Toyota Camry. But the driver that's won 3 straight races to start the season looks to make it 4 in a row, and he looks like he's got a fast car to make it happen. But we'll try to get back here, guys, from these commercial breaks. Appreciate you guys hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Like I said, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any shout-outs or anything you'd like to ask, any NASCAR questions or sports questions, make sure you guys hit me up with those super chats here on Tim Reynolds Show. And you guys can also help out by signing up for channel memberships or donating, on my YouTube channel, whichever amount you guys would like. Any way you guys can support the channel, it is very much appreciated here on Tim Reynolds Shows. We continue to try to grow, baby. Let's go, let's go. Damn, I wish Grayson could take over the 48. RCR needs to give Busch what he needs. Hey, look, I agree with you, man. I feel bad for Kyle, man. It just seems like that number 8 cannot be consistently fast week in and week out. And it's been like that since he came over to RCR. But yeah, I'm very actually excited to see who's going to take over the 48 next year for Hendrick Motorsports. I mean, that's a big car, and it's going to probably be a big guy that they want to get. I was actually a little surprised that Hendrick didn't try to get Connor Zillage last year when he became a free agent. So we'll see what happens here, guys. All right, so we are back in the race here as now Ryan Blaney continues to battle in traffic here with about 5 laps to go here in stage number 1. Blaney now with the lead has led the last 5 laps, and Logano right behind him as well in that number 22 Ford Mustang. And guys, wow! Kyle Larson has fallen all the way back to position number 13 here after starting on the first row, and you can see that car is very loose. Okay, so we hear Larson struggling with grip.
That's a big change because Larson finished in the top 5 the last 3 races here.
Well, let's
Huh.
not forget, they haven't been
Interesting. So even though Kyle Larson has finished inside the top 5 here, this is his first season without a top 5 in the first 3 races since 2021. So not the start to the season that Kyle Larson was looking for. And at a racetrack that he's normally very good at, we're just not seeing the defending Cup Series champion have a fast car here. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got 5 laps to go here in Phoenix in stage number 1.
A big problem last year here in Bristol, the 2 toughest tracks for him. Well, today things are going well. He's looking good right now. The goal today was to get it up to the top 15 and stay there. They said that would be a great day so far.
Is there a new tire degrade issue with the track? No, not really, Ghost. What we may see, though, is that there's been a lot of racing on this racetrack here today, and with the temperature of the racetrack where it is, that's giving these guys a lot more grip, which is also creating a lot more wear and tear on the tires that these guys are using here today. Uh-oh, and ladies and gentlemen, we got a battle here for a top 3 spot as Christopher Bell is able to get around Tyler Reddick in that number 45 Toyota, and now the number 20 Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing is inside the top 3. And Christopher Bell was the driver that won this race this same time in last season's NASCAR Cup Series. And now he's right there behind Logano as Christopher Bell looks to battle to get inside the top 2 here before the end of stage number 1. And as they come down the front stretch here, we've got 2 laps to go here in stage number 1. And you hear the communications there with Joey Logano's team as they continue to battle here. Logano falling further back behind his teammate there as we go longer in this green flag run. But here's Christopher Bell on the inside. The number 20 Toyota Camry able to get inside Logano here with 1 lap to go in stage number 1. What a move, as unfortunately Logano drops back to the 3rd place position in the number 22 Ford Mustang. But that number 20 Toyota Camry moves up inside the top 2. But ladies and gentlemen, we're here on the final lap as we come down the back stretch here. Ryan Blaney continuing to battle with traffic. And how about Christopher Bell working his way up inside the top 2 here? He could be a threat to win this race. But ladies and gentlemen, your winner of stage number 1 is Ryan Blaney, the driver of the number 12 Ford Mustang for Team Penske. And wow, Team Penske must be very proud of themselves. 3 cars finishing inside the top 6 here after stage number 1. But man, how about those Toyotas like Christopher Bell? They were able to make a nice charge near the end of stage number 1 here. And now, after stage number 1, we will see these drivers be able to make their first pit stops of the day, where they will have to make adjustments to help their cars get a little bit better, not only with handling and grip, but also we're seeing a lot of cars here not only loose, but also having brake issues here, which is very common here at Phoenix Raceway, not only with the heat, but with the track temperature. We'll have to see how much these cars can withstand, especially with those rotors heating up like they do here at Phoenix Raceway. This is a unique racetrack, and guys, stick around because the restarts here at Phoenix Raceway are incredible. Hope you guys are enjoying this live play-by-play here on Tim Reynolds Show, one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go. Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for hanging out with us here today. What's going on, Jeff? How we doing, man? We got, what's up, Guts? How we doing? Everyone on YouTube trying to be race commentators. Yeah, man, what's up, dude? Appreciate you. Ba, 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 ba. You know, Chase is fuming right now, but this track's always a corner and goner, and Chase is patient. You got that right, man. It looks like all the Chevrolets right now are struggling to find grip and also handling here early on in this particular race here, so we'll have to see how that plays here going forward. What's up, Priscilla? How we doing? I like Chase Elliott for NASCAR. Me too. Me too. Big Chase Elliott fan. Also rooting for Connor Zilic in the number 88. I also like Shane Van Gisbergen in the number 97 Chevrolet. And then Kyle Larson's also a guy I like to root for as well. A bit of a Kyle Busch fan now because he's one of the veterans on the series. But, man, he hasn't been able to race very good over the last couple of seasons here. So, yeah. Oh, wow, you met Chase Elliott before? Heck yeah. What's up, Tim Pittman? Hell yeah, dude. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. Guys, honestly, man, I'm really stoked, guys. This has been an incredible live stream thus far here hanging out with you guys. All right, so let's go over, guys, the top 10 there after stage number 1. So Ryan Blaney able to get the stage 1 win. That'll give him 10 extra points towards the NASCAR Cup Series standings. 17 laps led there for Ryan Blaney in the number 12 Ford Mustang. Christopher Bell finishes second in the number 20 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Ryan Blaney's teammate Joey Logano, who led 46 laps in that first stage, finishes third in the number 22 Ford Mustang. Tyler Reddick, the driver who's won 3 straight races, the first NASCAR Cup Series driver ever to accomplish that in NASCAR history. He finishes fourth at the end of stage number 1. Danny Hamlin finishes fifth in his number 11 Toyota. That is the team owner of Tyler Reddick. And Austin Cindric finishes just outside the top 5 in the number 2 Ford Mustang there. As we see Team Penske had 3 cars in the top 6 after stage number 1. Daniel Suarez finishes 7th in his number 7 Chevrolet. Ty Gibbs finishes 8th at the end of stage number 1 in his number 54 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. William Byron, one of those Chevys that continue to fall backwards here, finishes 9th in the number 24 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, and Ross Chastain rounds out the top 10 here in his number 1 Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. So some notable guys outside the top 10 here. Kyle Larson falls back from starting on the front row here all the way to being 13th in his number 5 Chevrolet. And that's probably about it. Chase Elliott did fall backwards as well in the number 9 Chevrolet.
So far this season, let's meet Team 45.
So yeah, so that was gonna see here. That's the end of stage number 1 here, guys, as we get ready for pit stops here on Tim Reynolds Show. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. Tim Pittman says, first time. I'm digging your excitement. Thank you, man. That's what we like to do here, is bring a little bit of electricity and more excitement here than what you see on other YouTubers and other YouTube platforms. So appreciate you guys hanging out here with us today. All right, so we're going to see our first round of pit stops here. All right, thank you, everybody, for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. You don't like Tyler, says Patricia? I get it. I get it, Priscilla. All right, so as we start seeing pit stops, please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Come on, hit that like button. Let's go.
We just met his team as they go to work right now. Starts off okay, but it migrates too loose for him, and he was plus 10 to the front on the brake bias. Jamie?
Christopher Bell, so far so good for the 20 car. Took off tight, said the rears are actually good. Moved up 10 spots there. Joey Logano led a handful of laps early. Lost the lead, though. Needs more turn through the center. That's where he was beat.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, how about this? Christopher Bell able to beat Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano off of pit road. Logano keeps that second place spot with 2 tires. But man, Ryan Blaney, he did take 4 tires, but he'll come out third after that round of pit stops here at the end of stage number 1. So we'll see how this plays out here, guys. A very unique situation here, as we'll let things get shuffled up here, and then we'll go over how the pit stops went and how the drivers came out here as we get ready to start stage number 2. I should be Joey Logano fan. He's originally from Connecticut. I'm originally from Connecticut. He's left-handed. I'm left-handed. He's nearsighted. I'm nearsighted. But I'm not good. But I'm not. Go Chase Elliott. Heck yeah, dude. Appreciate you, Jeffrey. I'm a big Chase Elliott fan. The guy's got NASCAR lineage in his family. You know, Billy Elliott, I think Bill Elliott was his father's name. Very, very respected former NASCAR Cup Series driver himself. So Elliott's actually been like the fan favorite here over the last few years, but I'm excited for Connor Zilisch, man. You guys are going to really get to know this guy. He dominated the O'Reilly Series last year for NASCAR. So I'm excited to see him. Connor Zilisch, driver of the number 88 Chevrolet now for Trackhouse Racing. He'll be a guy that'll be really good to look at, especially on the road courses this year. Now, big congratulations to Kyle Larson, last year's Cup Series winner. He usually races very well here at Phoenix, but man, him and a lot of the other Chevrolets are continuing to fall backwards right now, dealing with some issues. Hopefully, these Chevrolets were able to make some adjustments here with those race cars in these pit stops here at the end of stage number 1. So I think we're good enough here to get to, excuse me, guys, who was able to come out here inside the top 10. So you see there, Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney. So Blaney drops back from 1st to 3rd. Christopher Bell jumps up from 2nd to 1st. Logano's able to keep his spot there at number 2. I believe Logano only took 2 tires, and Christopher Bell probably only took 2 tires as well, but I cannot confirm that. We'll have to see if that was the case, if I see anything later on with that. Denny Hamlin's able to come out 4th in his number 11 Toyota. Tyler Reddick comes out 5th, so he ends up dropping back a little bit. Ty Gibbs did jump up quite a few spots there to number 6 here. William Byron gets a couple extra spots as well after his good pit stop in the number 24 Chevrolet. Chase Briscoe gets up inside the top 10 with a great pit stop as well. Austin Cindric drops back quite a bit, like 3 spots here to number 9. And Michael McDowell makes a very good pit stop to get him inside the top 10 here in that number 71 Chevrolet. So as we get ready to get back to the action here, everybody, thank you for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. If you guys have any NASCAR questions, any shout outs that you'd like to make here, I'd appreciate it. Please, if you guys hit that like button and subscribe for us here. See them talking to a couple of the IndyCar drivers, as this weekend in Phoenix Raceway, we did get to see IndyCar racing yesterday, along with the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts race last night, and also today going with the NASCAR Cup Series race here at Phoenix. So a lot of racing here in the desert at Phoenix Raceway. So it's been an exciting weekend for racing fans. And man, Team Penske as well, having all their drivers here over the weekend at one place. It's been really cool, and there's been a lot of history in the sport of racing for Team Penske as well. Oh man, Jeffrey, what's going on? Kelly Mears, how we doing? Number 9, heck yeah. And then I shook hands with Jimmy Johnson. Dude, that's so cool, bro.
Advice or bad advice?
Well, we lied to him.
Don't ask them. I'll tell you, it was terrible advice.
We downplayed it a little bit, but I gotta say the soundbite we got out of him was gold.
That was exactly what you were looking for.
100%.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I was set up, Mike.
How was the ride?
So next week, just to put Tim Reynolds to watch you next week. What's up, Tim? Appreciate you there, Tim Pittman. Thanks for coming and supporting the channel. Guys, if you have any shout-outs, any NASCAR questions, sports questions, football questions, or even wrestling, WWE questions, guys, you can hit me up here with those super chats on the live stream here. And if not, guys, just make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you guys hanging out and giving us all a bunch of support here. This live stream's been going incredibly awesome, guys. I appreciate it. Man, look at that. We've almost got 100 people watching us here today, man. This is freaking awesome. All right, my profile picture is a very rare one. Identify the picture of my hooped up Ford next to Chase Elliott late model. No way, dude. After the Snowball Derby race. I had a damn good time in the infield team, Bill and Chase. Dude, Ghost, that's so awesome. Thanks for sharing that with us here today, man. Wow, cool NASCAR story there, guys. And all right, here we go as we approach the restart zone here at Phoenix Raceway as we get ready for stage number 2 here for the NASCAR Cup Series race. And boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys! And we see here Christopher Bell explodes out in front for the lead, but Logano is battling side by side here as we enter turn number 1. And in incredible restart there for Christopher Bell out in front in that number 20 Toyota Camry, but Joey Logano able to keep the pressure. They're side by side with the leader as they get ready to come down the front stretch, but Christopher Bell able to hold that inside lane, and there he goes down to the dog leg. So that dog leg able to get Christopher Bell a little extra space there, but Logano able to keep that gap close there behind the leader. The number 22 Ford Mustang is fast. Ryan Blaney, his teammate, right behind him in third place position. And Danny Hamlin's worked his way up inside the top 5. He's in front of the number 45 Toyota of Tyler Reddick, the driver who's won 3 straight races here to start the season. So an incredible run here for Christopher Bell. He won this same race last season at the beginning of last year's NASCAR Cup Series season. So he is familiar with this racetrack and getting that race car into victory lane here at Phoenix Raceway. So Logano falling off a little bit here, and now he's under fire here as his teammate Ryan Blaney looks on the inside. And the number 12 Ford Mustang able to get side by side, and the nose is now out in front of Joey Logano. And Logano will have to try to battle to get that bumper close to the back bumper of his teammate, because there goes Ryan Blaney taking over the second place position here at Phoenix Raceway. And how about Chase Briscoe able to use that great pit stop to now battle alongside Ty Gibbs, who was also able to make a great pit stop there to get those cars inside the top 10. So Briscoe will look to take away that number 6 place position, and now Danny Hamlin battling right behind Joey Logano for a top 3 spot. And that number 11 Toyota Camry looks very fast here in Phoenix, but right behind him is another Toyota. It's Tyler Reddick, who's looking on the inside of Danny Hamlin. And Reddick now side by side with the 11 as Hamlin looks on the outside. Reddick on the inside there.
I don't know how the spotters can keep track. When you're 5 wide, what are they saying to? 2 down, 2 up, you're in the middle. For me, it's so...
It's all right, Jeff. So now we see here side by side Tyler Reddick with Danny Hamlin as these two continue to battle here inside the top 5. Logano now dropping back to the 3rd place spot as Ryan Blaney was able to get around his teammate and now looks to get up to battle for the lead with Christopher Bell. And there goes Tyler Reddick as he's able to take away that top 5 spot there from Hamlin, dropping him to number 5, I should say. So a top 4 spot, and now in the 4th place position goes to the number 45 Toyota. Tyler Reddick doing some impressive driving here at Phoenix. And man, that car has been fast all year long. It looks like a legit contender to win the Cup Series championship here in 2026. So as we see here, guys, we got over 100 people hanging out with us here. Let's go.
Different than that truck. Like at this particular racetrack, you're going to initially spike the brake, bleed off of that brake, and you want to transition right to the throttle pedal to get that right.
So a lot of action going near the back of the pack here, side by side. A lot of cars trying to figure out where they get some grip here and where they get a chance to improve their cars after those first round of pit stops, where the first set of drivers were able to finally make some adjustments here.
A lot of different styles depending on how your car is handling.
One of the guys that I've been watching is the 97 SVG. I was teammates with him at Daytona one year for the 24. And what's remarkable about him is he's a big guy. He has finesse like you wouldn't believe. He has the softest touch on the pedals. And I think in a stock car at, 3,400 pounds, you're controlling so much of the pitch of the car with your feet.
What's up, Terry? So right now, Chase Elliott is in a 19th position. He's been battling right near position 20 since the start of this race. And Kyle Larson, unfortunately, has fallen all the way outside the top 20. He's 25th right now in that number 5 Chevrolet as he continues to go backwards here, guys. And a lot of the Chevrolets are struggling here today, guys.
Led by Christopher Bell, who won the last 2.
And that's right, guys. Christopher Bell is your current leader here in the number 20 Toyota Camry. He did win this race at the beginning of last season here at Phoenix Raceway, so he's been in victory lane here at this racetrack before. And guys, the big thing I'm paying attention to here early on is how much the Chevrolets are struggling here. It seems like every Chevy team is continuing to fall backwards here. I don't know if it's a grip issue, a braking issue, or what. But man, even Kyle Larson, he qualified on the front row here to start this race, and now he's all the way back at 25th position here. So very odd. Daniel Suarez, another driver who qualified inside the top 6 rows, and now he's all the way falling back to 17th here. Even Kyle Busch, he's now 1 lap down in his number 8 Chevrolet as well. It's been a struggle here for a lot of these Chevrolet drivers. Right now, William Byron has been able to get that number 24 Chevrolet inside the top 10. He's currently 8th right now, running as the highest and the fastest Chevrolet on the racetrack currently at the moment. Ross Chastain is also driving pretty well, but he has fallen back a little bit here. He's in the 10th place position in his number 1 Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. But man, a lot of drivers continuing to struggle. Michael McDowell, after he came out inside the top 10 after his first round of pit stops at the end of stage number 1, he unfortunately now is outside the top 10 there, I believe, in the 11th place position there in that number 71 Chevrolet. Yeah, hey, understand, man. Have they had a pit stop yet, Terry? We just seen a pit stop here after the stage number 1. And yeah, Ghost, honestly, man, I don't know. The Chevys have been struggling to start the season here for the most part, which is not something we're used to seeing from Chevrolet. All right, guys, so as we continue to see the battle here, Tyler Reddick has now made it clearly around Denny Hamlin for that 4th place spot, but he's getting up to the back bumper here of Joey Logano. That number 22 Ford Mustang will have to battle here with Tyler Reddick. As Reddick looks to get inside the top 3, Christopher Bell continues to lead in his Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing here at Phoenix Raceway. Ryan Blaney is 2nd in his number 12 Ford Mustang with Logano there in 3rd.
Lead of the Straight Talk Wireless 5 at Phoenix. Christopher Bell out front. Ryan Blaney 1 second back, and Joey Logano about to fall into the clutches of Tyler Reddick for 3rd.
Yeah, well, we saw him start moving up the racetrack, Clinton, and when you start moving up the racetrack like that, you're looking for one of those 2 things that we talked about earlier, either turning the center or you're struggling on the exit and need to straighten that exit out. So,
and it's not just him, guys. Look at this. We have a brigade of Toyotas coming. He's going to have to fend them off because it's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the Gibbs cars and Reddick. Here they come. Changing of the guards. We saw the Penske cars really dominate most of that first stage. Not the case anymore. Larry, what do you got, buddy?
That's right. They're talking about it on the broadcast now.
In that stage right there, that was 60 laps. Now this stage is 125 laps. We went back racing with 115. If the strategy works out, that means they'll split that stage in half, run about 55 to 60 laps. So really, that was about the longest run they may have, what we just ran in stage 1.
Interesting.
About the race yesterday, guys. What was, as we saw the fall off in those Indy cars throughout that race? Do they get tight? Do they lose rear grip? What do they fight?
I think it depends on the balance.
Yeah.
Whatever you've got is going to get worse. And one of the big things in the
Yeah, so Chase Elliott started this race, I believe, inside the top 20.
Whether you're running in clean air up front, you're running
right now he's 21st, Terry.
That's going to affect the balance in a big way because of the aerodynamics. So you're adjusting those tools throughout the run and throughout where you are in line.
The biggest adjustment we've done here, the difference between here and years past, guys, is the horsepower. 80 horsepower more as we come back this time, and we're really having trouble with the rear grip or the camera.
Yeah, we'll give them a brake knob to adjust front to rear bias. That's about all you can have.
But I'm sure, like, for you guys in the Indy cars, staying ahead of your tools is key. Don't wait for the tire to reveal its deficiency. Make the adjustment and don't let the front or the rear get to a point where it's sliding. Imagine the same with brake bias.
Right. To see Denny Hamlin.
That's why you guys are seeing here a lot of these drivers still figuring out their brake biases here and what's best for their cars. As Hamlin now battling on the inside of the number 45 Toyota here. Tyler Reddick under fire here for that 4th place position. And Hamlin able to work the inside of the number 45 Toyota there, forcing Tyler Reddick to be on the outside of the racetrack near the wall. And there goes Hamlin on the inside, able to get around Tyler Reddick. And the number 11 able to get that top 4 spot away from Tyler Reddick. And Hamlin showing off how good he is at this Phoenix Raceway. And look at the smoothness there in the wheel from the number 11 Toyota. And oh no, we've got a car in the wall. And that could be a flat tire for Kyle Busch. And it most certainly is. And I think this is going to bring out the caution. And yeah, there we go. We got some debris coming out on the racetrack. And yep, as we see here, Kyle Busch able to get down on the inside of the apron here, but he's on the exit of pit row. And we'll see if they're going to be able to get all the way back to pit lane. As we see Kyle Busch will have to get around the racetrack, and there comes the caution flag. Uh-oh, and now, oh no, we've got another car sort of dead in the water there. It's Shane Van Gisbergen, as he's coming to a very slow stop here. What is going on with the number 97?
Oh, he's already the fence, SVG. Yeah, Kyle's already 2 laps down.
That car is still not running. All the right front's down, but I think that was up when it came around. I think he may have slid the flat spot in that. Yeah, there's the both tires are down now.
So unfortunately for Shane Van Gisbergen, 2 flat tires.
Yeah, when it goes into that engine protect mode like that, you know, it spins around and has something that makes it shut off. You have to turn the power off to reset the ECU to get everything working again.
Up near the top of the screen.
So here, seeing what the caution was, is we see Kyle Busch here. Yeah, it looks like a tire was going down. He got into the outside wall there pretty hard.
And now you see SVG up on the top side.
And oh, there goes SVG. He got really loose and was able to keep it out of the wall, which that's what actually brought out the caution here. And then his car, unfortunately, had an emergency shut-off here. And hopefully SVG will be able to get things fired back up. As unfortunately there, he just got way too loose. And the car spun around. You could hear those tires were going down already for the number 97.
But you can hear the tread off of that tire actually hitting the crush panels in the car. So he had a tire issue.
Jeff, what's going on, Tim? I watch you for the wrestling shows. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Oh, left turn. Can't get it on normal tracks. Dan, once again for Kyle. I know, right? It's been a tough season, a tough start to the season for Kyle Busch thus far, man.
So James and Townsend will be busy next Sunday on Fox when the IndyCar Series roars into the streets of Arlington, Texas in the race around the stadiums. That inaugural race will begin with a star-studded Texas-sized party. And the Java House Grand Prix of Arlington next Sunday, 12:30 Eastern, only on Fox House. Another street circuit.
Another street circuit. First time we're doing it around the stadiums there. You see Scott Dixon, 6-time champion in the IndyCar Series. 2008 Indy 500 winner, but we're so excited about this one. The Jones family very involved, very into it. Anything down there.
All right, thank you everybody for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show, guys. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show. Appreciate all the love and support here, guys. So we're under our first actual caution for cause here, as Shane Van Gisbergen in the number 97 Chevrolet had 2 tires going down and unfortunately spun out. And then also Kyle Busch had a tire going down as well, as he got into the back wall there. And both of those Chevrolets are going to need some repairs here as we get ready for our second set of pit stops. Our first one coming with the caution after stage number 1. Here is our second caution, but our first for cause. Here, as we'll see a lot of these drivers make pit stops, I imagine, especially with a lot of those drivers only taking 2 tires on the last pit stop.
Battles on the racetrack. This is a cool moment to see.
Very nice.
I want to see it again.
All right, pit road's open.
Dude, Ghost, that would be hilarious, man.
Felt like the rear tires stayed a little better that time for short runs. Needs a little bit more turn in the 45 of Tyler Reddick. Every time he touches the throttle, he feels like it's bit stressing the rear tires too much. Jamie?
Christopher Bell pits from the lead, says, I'm good, don't need anything, but my pedal was getting to be a little bit fadish, falling off just a little bit. Same for Joey Logano. He said his pedal was getting a little bit long later in the run, but he fired off better, so that air pressure adjustment on the first stop helped him.
Bell gets Logano on pit road, or did he?
Oh, and look at here, guys. A nice run and race off of pit lane, and it's too close to call.
Both of them.
So we're going to see who won the battle here. Looks like Christopher Bell just gets it ahead of Joey Logano. And a good battle off of pit lane here. And unfortunately for Kyle Busch, he gets into the wall here as a tire goes down, but possibly able to save it from major damage as Busch looks to possibly get that car repaired and get it back out on the racetrack. All right, what's up, Mrs. Reynolds? How we doing? Man, guys, here we go. Let's go, guys. We've got over 150 people here watching us for NASCAR, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Woo. Gotta get my NASCAR content going out, man. Come on. Woo. Your boy's been putting in some hours, man. I tell you what, guys, I'm working on my regular job. I got the most amount of hours these past couple weeks than I've gotten since I've gotten the new job just a few months ago. So, yeah, trying to find time to be able to get some more content on here for you guys has been it's been pretty difficult. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with us here, man. This has been awesome. Ooh, Mrs. Reynolds all rested up. Looks like we may be getting some company here, guys, coming up. Appreciate everybody. And now, let's go ahead and see if we can get the race here off of pit lane for everybody before we get to the restart here. So, Christopher Bell, let's get just a little bit of a quick refresh here. Why not? Just to make sure as we get you guys up to date after that round of pit stops here. All right, so Christopher Bell comes out in position number 1 with 33 laps led here already in stage number 2 at Phoenix Raceway. He leads right now in the number 20 Toyota Camry. Joey Logano comes out second in his number 22 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing. Chase Briscoe able to come out in third, looks like here. And see, this can't be right because Ryan Blaney came out inside the top 3. And they've got him at 21. Did he have to come back into the pits? Yeah, we'll have to make sure we double check this, guys, before we go over it here. So appreciate y'all. do 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 do. Yeah. I will play my small violin for you. Glad to have your true talent back, Mrs. Reynolds. Appreciate you, Ghost, man. You've been good, dude. You've been funny in the chat, hanging out with us. And Ghost, I appreciate you signing up for the channel membership as well. You're a true subscriber here, a true fan, and I appreciate you, man. You've been here since the start of the season with our NASCAR live stream, so just want to give you a big shout out here in the chat, and thank you everybody for hanging out here with us, guys. If you have any shout outs or any NASCAR questions or sports questions, football questions, or WWE wrestling questions, guys, you can hit me up with those super chats here to make those stand out here in the live stream, and appreciate you guys hanging out with us here today, man. That's right, guys. Next week, we will see the NASCAR Cup Series race from the Las Vegas Speedway. That should be an incredible race. Okay, so guys, here, Ryan Blaney did have to come pit again.
Restart back about 28. Bubba Wallace too fast exiting pit road. He will also start in the back.
And those are just detrimental mistakes to the rest of your day. Not only does it take you out of the stage 2, but it just makes everything harder to have a chance.
Wow, so ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Blaney did have to go back into the pits. He had a loose wheel, and unfortunately, that's going to cost him a lot of spots here. And too fast exiting, a penalty there for Bubba Wallace will take the number 23 Toyota to the back of the pack here. So we've got a whole new front row of cars here coming up at the restart here, guys. So with 42 laps here in stage number 2, we get ready for the restart. And here we go! Series. And there you see the dog leg where we go 5 wide all the way back near the end of the top 10. That's Christopher Bell holds on to the lead here from Joey Logano. And Logano on the outside of the number 20 Toyota. The number 22 Ford Mustang on the outside gets a nice run there down the backstretch. And man, they're 4 wide contact there for some cars near the back of the pack as we see a battle here with 2 Toyotas as Tyler Reddick gets on the inside of Chase Briscoe there for the number 19 Toyota, and that 45 looks very fast as that Toyota Camry looks to take away that 3rd place spot. Oh, but we've got cars spinning, and that's Daniel Suarez into the wall, and that's going to bring out the caution.
Was 7th at the end of stage 1, his best stage result here. And he is the last car left up there in turn number 2.
And unfortunately there for Daniel Suarez. And oh no, looks like Chase Elliott. Some contact there for the 30-year-old as he's got some damage to that left back fender. And the number 9 Chevrolet may have to come in and pit to get that damage assessed. And that is not a good part to his day here as we take a look at the replay.
See them roll around here. Just gets loose right on the inside of, I think.
And now you can see there Daniel Suarez unfortunately just got really loose. And that number 7 Chevrolet went around. It got into what looked like Brad Keselowski, if I'm not mistaken. And unfortunately for Keselowski, he's the one who got into Chase Elliott, spinning him out. And that's what led to that damage on the back left fender there of Chase Elliott. So that's definitely a bummer to see that. But we'll see what happens here. We're on another commercial break after our 2nd caution for cause here after that last restart here in stage number 2. And we'll see what happens here coming back after the break. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us here. What's up, Robert? Hell yeah, just sub. Love the energy. Thank you, Robert. What's going on, man? Love the Greg Biffle logo there, the photo you got, man. Shout out, rest in peace, man, to one of the greatest NASCAR Cup Series drivers I got to grow up watching, and Greg Biffle, man. That guy was a true NASCAR legend, man. Good old Swerve. What's going on, Ghost? Hope we doing good. I tell you what, Ghost, man, you mentioning you're marinating burgers already for today, cracking open a cold one? Yeah, you making your boy want a cold one and a burger as well, man. It'd be nice to have maybe a beer or 2 right now, especially watching some NASCAR. Yeah. What's going on, CUY? How we doing, man? Hope you guys are doing well. We're here on commercial break. After that last caution, we'll see which drivers choose to go ahead and hit the pits here to make some other final adjustments here. But a lot of these cars just pitted, so I don't imagine we'll see a lot of activity in pit lane coming up here after this last caution. Now, unfortunately, Chase Elliott involved in that last caution there as he got contact to his back left corner panel there. There's some damage on the number 9 Chevrolet after he spun out. And unfortunately for Daniel Suarez, he's the one who brought out the caution as well after spinning and getting loose and into the wall, I think, a little bit, but not much damage there for the number 7 Chevrolet. So we'll see what happens there. Mark Martin's going to win. I loved Mark Martin, Jeffrey. That guy was always so fun to watch on the racetrack. All right, should be a few moments here away from getting back to the action. Hope you guys are doing well. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, someone has chosen to grace us with her presence.
Hey, Mom.
Hello.
Hi, Daddy.
How you doing, Mrs. Reynolds?
Okay, do you want coffee?
Coffee? I want a beer.
Well, I don't. Hold on.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that, does it? You're right. Sorry, it's just
But
it's NASCAR and beer.
I was thinking about going to the grocery store after this, though.
Oh, that would mean beer after the race, though.
The Dollar General don't have our ketchup. So. You want me to run and grab your beer?
No, it's all right. You
I
can
was gonna
sit
say
and
I
chill
would miss the whole race, wouldn't I?
Yeah, maybe. Just sit and hang out. Maybe not a coffee. Actually, can you open up that window? It's a little warm in here.
Okay.
What's up? We got all the kitties in here too. The doggy and the kitty cats. All right, guys. So Chase Elliott, Josh Berry, Ryan Preece, and Daniel Suarez. Hey, baby. All involved there in that last wreck, that last caution. Here hanging out. Babe, do you see this?
No one.
Look. Right here and right here.
Good job,
I'm blown away right now. We got over 180 people watching us right now. That is freaking incredible.
Ooh.
I'm very warm though.
Do you want the curtain closed?
You can have it open. Yeah, open's okay. It's not messing with the TV too much. And uh-oh, looks like we got some issues here with Connor Zilic, possibly with that back brake rotor. As he comes into the pits and gets that checked out there. It has not been a very good day for Connor Zilic here in that number 88 Chevrolet here at Phoenix.
You board memorized? Don't you? No.
Ghost said, hey, I like her voice. I'll spot you a beer. What's up, Nathan? A driver can win a race without winning any stage? Yes, Nathan, a driver can do that. The stage is to allow for competition cautions and also to allow for more points, which, you know, I like. Plus, the restarts are always fun. All right, guys. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing here at Phoenix Raceway. And Christopher Bell now with the lead, battling side by side with Joey Logano. Here as we enter turn number 1. And as we get it through the dog leg here, Logano on the outside of the number 20 Toyota as we're 4 wide heading into turn number 3. And the Toyotas continue to battle up towards the front as we see Christopher Bell under battle here with Joey Logano, who's on the outside and will take away the lead away from Christopher Bell. But look at that dog leg as the number 20 goes all the way near the bottom of the racetrack. And now he's side by side with Logano. But that number 22 Ford Mustang has got a strong run on the outside, and he'll take away the lead from Christopher Bell. And now Chase Briscoe, the teammate of Christopher Bell, is right behind him. But Tyler Reddick looking on the inside of Briscoe. There, the number 19 under battle as the 45 nearly hits the inside tire of the 19. And he takes away that top 3 spot from Chase Briscoe. Now Briscoe will get a run here on the outside, but that inside lane looks very fast for Reddick. But how about that? Briscoe able to use the outside to get that 3rd place position back. These Toyotas continue to battle up here inside the top 10. It's Christopher Bell now falling back, and oh, some contact there. It looks like Tyler Reddick got into the back bumper of Briscoe, forcing him to dive bomb to the inside. So we see Tyler Reddick there in a nice run, switches up the lanes here. He takes the outside lane, and now he's going to try to take away that top 3 spot from Briscoe. A good run here by Tyler Reddick, and we've not heard much on the radio here about that brake shake that was happening to the number 45 driver earlier in this race. So Tyler Reddick continuing his strong run and strong start to the season here, already with 3 straight wins to start the season.
So far this year, but pretty cool to see that investment. Those people all come together and make the magic happen out on the track. You don't even have to go in the parking lot of that, baby.
Do not sing that song. So we see here, guys, now Tyler Reddick focusing on on Christopher Bell here, looking to take away that top 2 spot there from the number 20 Toyota. And Logano here now having the fastest car once again, back in the lead here, leading in the number 22 Ford Mustang.
I just think this is a Denny Hamlin type of race as you see those cars start to slide around.
So here we go here as Hamlin battles just inside the top 5. He started 9th, actually currently running 6th here as we see William Byron. No, actually Hamlin able to get around Byron for the 5th place position.
One of the hardest
So career wins here. Danny Hamlin is at 10th, tied 10th all time with Kevin Harvick with 60 career wins here in the NASCAR Cup Series. So Logano holding on to the lead here. Christopher Bell right behind him in the number 20 Toyota. Tyler Reddick third in the number 45 Toyota. Chase Briscoe in the number 19 Toyota. And Danny Hamlin rounds out the top 5 there in his number 11 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. The Toyotas continue to show strong pushes here, as we see a lot of them already inside the top 10 here. And the Chevys trying to make a bit of a comeback here, as Hocevar has made his way all the way up inside the top 10, as that number 77 Chevrolet had to start in the back of the field here at the start of this race. And after a few adjustments and some cautions, he's been able to work that number 77 Chevrolet all the way up inside the top 10.
The Cup Series almost won yesterday with a brave drive, but every time I seem to tune into the Cup Series, this guy's in the middle of the hurricane, as you said.
I don't think so.
Oh, he's brave, all right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, we were outside their garage when they were having their issues before the start of the race there. You know, Jeff Dickerson, one of the owners there, said, disappointed, we got to start from the back. The car's got pace. I said, 312 laps. The car's behind the fast race car. No stress. He'll be up there in no time.
And the more restarts we have, the better.
So we see here, as they're talking about some of the Chevrolets near the back of the pack, Michael McDowell, one of them, who's been able to get inside the top 10 here. The number 71 Chevrolet looks very fast here, especially on the quick runs. But right behind him is Chris Buescher, who has been able to work his way up inside the top 15. And how about Ryan Blaney, after having that loose tire and falling all the way back outside the top 20? He's now in 12th place position as he continues to try to work that number 12 Ford Mustang back up towards the front. After leading early in this race, Blaney looked like the car to beat. And now he's having to restart and get back up towards the front after that error there on the pit stop. He's got 6+ spots gained since the restart on lap 109. And we're here at lap 60 of 125 here in stage number 2 with 193 laps to go here at Phoenix Raceway.
Because of the fact that you have to get through the track, get the track position back, and getting through traffic is much more difficult.
Blaney up to 12th place. Passing is going to get more difficult as he gets up into the contenders here.
And unfortunately, guys, Kyle Larson has fallen way back outside the top 20 here.
In which we've had 2 caution flags.
No, look at that. Larson's actually been able to work his way up into the 16th place position here in that number 5 Chevrolet here for Hendrick Motorsports, as we see a lot of the fans putting on some sunscreen here in what's a hot day at Phoenix Raceway. As we go to our commercial break here, please make sure, everybody, you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Heck yeah, we're doing good, man. Mrs. Reynolds, they came out of their safe place. It will take a while. What's up, Billy? Can we show the whole board? Well, I mean, I can scroll down and show you guys kind of the rest of the board here, but not the whole thing. It's about, we get to what, maybe 10th place here from what you can see. There's your running order here inside the top 10. As we're here on commercial break, we'll try to keep you guys up to date as Christopher Bell battles right behind Joey Logano, trying to take away that lead from the number 22 Ford Mustang. So there we go. Hope you guys are enjoying everything. Heck yeah. What's going on there, Terry? So a driver change in the number 48, unfortunately. And where are we at? Right here. Anthony Alfredo is driving the number 48 Chevrolet for Alex Bowman after he's missing today's race due to vertigo. So that's unfortunate.
Oh, every time I wake up, this gentleman at work, he says, I've had minute. I got vertigo.
Oh my gosh. All right, and here we go, guys, as we're seeing this battle here side by side on commercial break. Christopher Bell looks to the inside of Joey Logano, and he will take away the lead from Logano here, but a big, strong push as Logano looks to slingshot back in front of the number 20. These two are side by side here as we come down the front stretch. And the number 20 pulls off there on the outside lane, able to take away that lead from Joey Logano. And Christopher Bell, who is a guy who was able to win at this racetrack before, now has a strong car and able to pull away with that lead from Logano. And a terrific run here by the number 22 Ford Mustang. But we see here Christopher Bell is a guy who looks to be a big threat here in this one. So a big run here as we're seeing also Ryan Blaney trying to make his way back up inside the top 10 as that number 12 Ford Mustang looks to get back up running for the lead here in this one. And guys, unfortunately for Elliott and Suarez, they have fallen all the way back to 29th and 30th respectively after those last cautions that they were brought out, unfortunately. Hope everybody's doing good. Thank you, thank you.
Christopher Bell make the pass, and now he is growing ever smaller out ahead of Logano with a lead of 0.4 of a second.
And we knew that was going to flip. We knew that the 20 was going to be better on the long run, and now it's just a matter of how much ground does Joey Logano lose to those cars behind him. But getting the lead and being able to protect himself for that many laps should minimize that damage.
And now we see here, guys, all the broadcasters here watching the race here at Phoenix Raceway. It's been really cool, man.
It's going to be great. I mean, we love going to new circuits, this street circuit around, you say Dallas Cowboy Stadium where the Rangers play as well. And I've seen some pictures of the field. It is done proper. This thing looks sharp. It's going to race well. Lots of people are going to show up. It's going to be a good show.
And simulation is so big.
All the kids
sport,
in here,
both on
too.
the Cup side and IndyCar side. One of the things I love
All
about
right,
this
guys,
street
as we
circuit,
continue to see the battle here, Chase Briscoe now looking to take away that top 3 spot that Reddick took from him earlier in this restart and this run here at lap number 70.
Well, we'll be watching the Java House Grand Prix of Arlington on Fox next Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Glad to have you guys stop by and see a little bit of, what do they call it in Europe, argy-bargy kind of racing?
I'm glad this weekend happened, right, guys? These worlds colliding.
Randy Orton gonna win the race? Heck yeah, Jeffrey, let's go. Are you drinking an adult beverage? I certainly am, says Roberto. Why not, dude? Why not? And ladies and gentlemen, what a move here by Chase Briscoe as he's able to take the inside. He dive-bombed Tyler Reddick and then took it all the way up to the high side of the track and gets around the number 45 Toyota. And that Bass Pro Shops Toyota. Oh no, we've got a tire down. Briscoe into the wall and he overdrove it. Oh man, and that's going to wreck the day and bring out the caution here for Chase Briscoe. And talk about things changing in a second. It looked like Briscoe was going to get back up in the top 3. An aggressive move to get around Reddick, but it leads to a crash into the outside wall, and that looks like it's going to end the day for the number 19. Wow.
And I agree with you, Kevin, because the left front locked up pretty quick, too.
Yep.
You know how rigid these cars are.
And unfortunately for Briscoe, after making that pass, as we look here on the replay, he gets into the following next 2 corners here, a little too aggressive, locks up the tire, gets loose, and unfortunately takes it into the wall, just carrying too much speed there into turn number 4, I believe, or number 3. Yikes.
And it never happens in a good place. Always going into the corner. Worst case scenario. Fantastic effort. Great race car. Everything was going good.
I don't know what his car was doing, but he was bottoming the brake pedal out both ends of the racetrack.
Like how people want to come on my live stream and tell me what to do. Yeah, the guy didn't set all this up so I can do it the way I want to. Come on now. Man, and we seen Chase Briscoe got into that outside wall very aggressively. That was huge contact. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of his day. Tough break there for Briscoe. He got into the corner here just before the front stretch, just way too aggressive. He ended up locking up the tires, and then it just turned on him, and he was not able to keep it out of the wall, and there goes the number 19, heading towards the garage. A tough, tough day for Chase Briscoe.
Makes you ask a lot of questions on the radio. Where were they at on air pressure? You heard
Briscoe's so cooked, he is now brisket. Yo, shout out to Robert, man. That was hilarious in the chat, dude. I appreciate you, man. Ghostify saying, see, we need Grayson and Alfredo sauce. 48, dude, that's hilarious, bro. Hess keeps going. Chevy can just drive in third gear. TDR is having, well, issues. Yeah, the Toyotas are doing really well, but the Chevrolets continue to struggle here on the racetrack here, guys. It looks like everybody's heading into the pits here with 75 laps here in stage number 2. 134 laps to go, or excuse me, 179 laps to go here.
Well, the 54, Ty Gibbs running in 4th place, having a very good day at a track that was a challenge for him last year. His message to the team so far, it felt really good that run. He's been very pleased all day long. And the 45 to Tyler Reddick, biggest issue he had, just a little bit too tight as he got to the top side of the racetrack. Jamie?
Christopher Bell, so happy. No complaints at all, but they did tell him about the 19, and they said, we're looking into it. We're not sure what exactly happened. So teammates certainly keeping an eye there. Meanwhile, Joey Logano said he liked where the turn was in the car. Let's keep it there, but I also need some grip. They want it all down here, guys.
Christopher Bell has the best average pit stop time today, but Logano beats him out of the pits.
Right there with the big Jordan on it.
That's Tyler Reddick.
It is Reddick? Of course I like it. Let's go Reddick.
Bang, 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 bang.
Number 45, yeah.
When you walk, talk and talk. All right, guys, so we're here at, the caution is out at lap 135 here at Phoenix Raceway. It's lap 75 of 125 here in stage number 2, so we'll have 50 laps to go. I'm here as we get ready to get back green flag racing. A lot of these drivers making pit stops here, making some adjustments to their cars. Unfortunately for Chase Briscoe, the driver of the number 19 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, brought out that caution, getting into the outside wall after locking up the brakes. Unfortunately, looks like that's going to be the end of his day here in this one. All right, appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out here with us on Tim Reynolds Show. We'll give a little refresh and update here on the leaderboard for everybody. So there we go, guys. We'll try to get that in there before we get back to the action. There's your top 10. Don't forget to add dry seasoning to my marinated burger. Shit! Love her laugh, though. Need to copyright that. Heck yeah, dude. What? Come on, man. Look, she didn't just get me from her good looks, all right? Like, she got that cute little laugh, dude, you know? When you can make your woman laugh, dog, you in there, okay? Don't let nobody tell you, okay, nice guys finish last. Duh. That's what we're supposed to do. Yeah. See? See? Laugh copyrighted. Let's go. Yeah. All right, guys, we're here under caution, waiting to get back to the action. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Billy, appreciate you hanging out, man. Hope you're liking the leaderboard there. Thank you, thank you. And, yeah, unfortunately there, Priscilla, looks like Chase Elliott is in 20th position, but he has worked his way up from being near 30th position after that unfortunate wreck. And guys, wow, looks like Ryan Blaney is all the way back in 29th position. Man, that was a guy that was looking like had a chance to win this race early on. And now, unfortunately for him, looks like he's very, very far behind here.
This time it was the left rear.
Ooh, wow.
Single lug nut, center lock.
And here we go again, guys. The pit crew screwing up the day for Ryan Blaney after a tire got loose.
Not good. You can see the wheel wobbling too.
So he goes down to the very last pit, Joey Logano's pit. Joey won the pole, so he had first choice of pit stalls. They chose stall number 1. He stopped there to get tightened. Larry, what do the rules say about that?
Yeah, it's pitting outside your assigned box, but the penalty under caution is started the tail end of the longest line. That beats the alternative, because if that tire and wheel comes off on the racetrack, remember Ross Chastain last week?
Robert, I should write romance novels? Listen, man, I can probably write a freaking romantic comedy about my life if you really wanted me to. Heck, the story between me and my wife, that is a romantic comedy. Let me tell you what. And Adam Sandler would play that thing. No, Matthew McConaughey would play the heck out of that role. Tell you what. Although I think my wife would probably prefer Adam Sandler. Yeah, Billy, Chevrolets have been trying to work their way up near the front here as we get ready for the restart.
Eric Jones got the free pass on this, the fourth caution flag of the day.
All right, let's get back to the action here, guys, as we get ready for the restart.
Joey Logano's Ford, Christopher Bell's Toyota, bring them back to green.
And here we go, back clean flag racing here at Phoenix Raceway. As we see Logano dive bomb the dog leg here to hold on to that lead or try to take it away from Christopher Bell. As we see Bell on the outside in the number 20 Toyota there, and we're 5 wide going back in the pack here, entering turn number 3. As these drivers continue to battle for position, we've got contact and big action in the back of the pack here. And Christopher Bell pulls away with the lead here as Logano is in second and Danny Hamlin in third. But we've got a new contender inside the top 5. It's Ty Gibbs in that purple sort of violet number 54 Toyota car. And man, how about Carson Hocevar? Ladies and gentlemen, the man who had to start near the back of the pack, that number 77 Chevrolet is now inside the top 5, battling next to Tyler Reddick. And what an incredible run here from Carson Hocevar. This man started outside the top 30 after adjustments, started in 35th. He has worked his way all the way inside the top 5 here. And Hocevar could be a serious threat here at Phoenix Raceway. And he's battling alongside Tyler Reddick, the driver who's won the last 3 straight races here in the NASCAR Cup Series. Wow. And a big battle here for that 5th place position. Hocevar holding on the outside, and man, Tyler Reddick getting right into that driver's side door of Hocevar almost every corner here. And that's right, a very competitive racer in Hocevar who's able to keep this car side by side there with Tyler Reddick down the backstretch. And as they head into turn number 4, I believe here, coming around to the front stretch, a big run there. Tyler Reddick still side by side with the number 77 Chevrolet. And Hocevar is going to hold on that outside line. Reddick getting a lot of grip and speed on that inside line there for the number 45 Toyota. And it's amazing to see how competitive and how fast this car continues to be after 3 straight wins, guys. They refuse to keep their foot off the gas pedal, pun intended.
What did Lindemann say about that? I don't think he agreed with you. Yeah.
Who am I rooting for? I'm gonna go for Hocevar. That 77 Chevrolet, that guy is really fast. And he's worked his way from the back of the pack here. I think he's my favorite here. But right now, Hamlin's doing really well, babe, in the number 11 Toyota. And, I mean, you can't rule out Reddick right now. You know you're rooting for him.
And he is driven to the front right now. He says on the radio, I'm happy this car is a rocket ship.
So I think that's a reminder to remind people that's the time. So right now he's within a second of the leader. So they're reminding people that that's what it is. So what's going on, chat? How we doing? Appreciate y'all. Make sure you please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. No, I'm good. I got my spray if I need it. Wayne says Bell all the way. Heck yeah, Wayne. Damn, just figured it out. I knew his right arm was busy when she giggled. Okay, grabbing a beer. Grill is fired up. Proud of my bro. No wonder I love this channel. Go, Ghost. What's going on, bro? And guys, we got some big action near the back of the pack as Ryan Blaney goes 3 wide here as he tries to work his way back up the field. He's already gained 8 spots since the restart at lap 139 about 7 laps ago. So 165 laps to go here in this race. As we see there in the dog leg, Ryan Blaney dive bombs there, turn number 1, able to get to the inside and gets around maybe 2 more drivers here as they enter in the next corner, 3 wide. And aggressive racing here by Ryan Blaney. That number 12 Ford Mustang looks very fast. He was leading at one point in this race, but pit issues have dropped him near the back of the pack 2 different times today. But there we go as we see the excellent drive off there from the number 12, able to get around 4 drivers in 2 laps. They're getting all the way up inside the top 20.
That's my favorite line here, Phoenix. When you're able to put those right side tires on that yellow line, you see him just a small diamond in the center. That's when you really know your car is handling well. When you're able to just follow that line, partial throttle it, and still get up off the corner without the back snapping out from under you.
Nobody did that partial throttle better than you. I was your teammate for a long time. Got to see your data.
So here we go, guys, as they're battling here. We've got just a few laps left to go here in stage number 2. Christopher Bell out in the lead here with Logano in second, Hamlin in third, Gibbs in fourth, and Reddick rounding out the top 5 here. So not a lot of action here towards the end of stage number 2 as these drivers... Oh, we've got someone locking up the tires here and could be getting into the wall. Nothing yet here. And that looked like Zane Smith in the number 38 Ford that got the tires locked up and some smoke came from the back end, but doesn't look like it brought up anything serious. All right. Dude, appreciate you, Billy. He says, if you love racing, then you have to love the flow of this guy.
Love and follow.
By the way, these clowns on television, way better. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. What's up, Terry? Still keeping up tabs on Larson here, buddy. All right, we'll give you an update as soon as we can. Larson was working his way back up inside the top 20 here. As we see, yes, he has worked his way up inside the top 13 as the number 5 Chevrolet Kyle Larson is in the 13th place position here, guys. So not a lot of action here, guys. We are on a commercial break. We're side by side, keeping you up to date with everything that's going on. A lot of these drivers now are starting to fall back and fall in position here, single file, with not a whole lot of battling here early on as we try to wait till the end of this stage where these drivers are going to be able to get new tires and new adjustments on their cars. And don't forget, guys, the restarts are crazy here at Phoenix Raceway. So right now, some of the biggest things that are standing out, Danny Hamlin has worked his way up inside the top 3 here. As we see, Christopher Bell leads in the number 20 Toyota. Joey Logano's right behind him in the number 22 Ford Mustang. Those 2 cars have been 2 of the dominant cars here today at Phoenix Raceway, leading a lot of laps up front. Hamlin has worked his way inside the top 5 here. He's currently 3rd in the number 11 Toyota Camry, and he's battling right behind Logano, too, trying to take away that top 2 spot there from the driver of the number 22 Ford Mustang. And how about Ty Gibbs? He's currently running 4th right now in his number 54 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. An impressive run here for Ty Gibbs, who has not started out the season the way he would have liked to in that number 54 Toyota. So we see here in the top 5, Tyler Reddick have an impressive day. He's 5th in the number 45 Toyota. And right behind him, Carson Hocevar, the driver of the number 77 Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports, had to start 35th here in this track, or in this race, because of some adjustments that he made yesterday before the start of this race today. And he has worked his way all the way up inside the top 10. As we see here, Chase Elliott battling alongside Ryan Blaney as Blaney continues to try to make moves to get back up towards the front as the driver of that number 12 Ford Mustang has dealt with pitting issues all day long, and that's put him near the back of the pack a lot of times today.
Mike Chase Briscoe, check the release from the infield care center. We heard you talk about a vibration on the radio.
How many people have said you look like Tyler Reddick? Tim Pittman, I don't think anybody has. Ah! Well, thank you, Mrs. Reynolds. Guess now we know who your NASCAR crush is.
Bass Pro Shops Tractor Toyota. We've been arguably a top 3 car all year and have 3 37th place finishes, so just haven't had any luck to go with the speed. But yeah, big hole to dig out of, but yeah, we're just
go on to the next one and see if we can get that going.
All right, thanks, Chase.
So unfortunately there for Chase Briscoe, he's knocked out of this race after getting into the wall. The tires locked up, and oh no, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another caution coming out here as Noah Grayson, the driver of the number 4 Ford Mustang, gets into the wall, and the driver with the Straight Talk Wireless sponsor here at the Straight Talk 500, unfortunately, looks like his day could be done. A lot of damage to the front right of that car. Looks like maybe a tire went down. We're going to look at the replay here. And you see him coming there on the backstretch. He dive bomb. Oh! As he tries to turn into turn number 3, I believe that is, the car just straight up goes right, so he must have had a flat tire going down as the number 4 gets into the outside wall, and that could be the end of the day for Noah Grayson in his Ford Mustang. So you can see at the track there. So the first one was just at the end of the stage, and then now we've already had 4 cautions here in stage number 2.
Any big wrecks or just little stuff?
No, couple of, well, not big wrecks, but some cars. And oh no!
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what happened with William Byron, but he's got a flat tire down as well. Front right tire down for William Byron, who is riding inside the top 10. So already a bunch of tire issues starting to creep out here for a lot of drivers. And man, if you're looking at this, if you're other crew chiefs here, oh, and look at this, Connor Sillich as well has got a tire down.
Is there someone on the track?
I'm telling you, I don't know, babe, but man, we've got a lot of tire issues from a lot of people. This could be brake calipers breaking. It could be too much heat coming from the calipers as well. This is incredible.
There's a lot of things that are a lot different than what they were a few years ago or last year.
Now, Ryan Blaney and team on pit strategy here.
Hey, let's keep our track position this time. Doesn't traffic back here. Copy. Do it again.
Okay, so guys, Ryan Blaney has had 20. Oh my goodness, and another tire down. Michael McDowell has a right front down as well. Oh my goodness. No, that's another guy, but still.
You don't sound convinced.
Wow.
I'm not, but I'm running out of tires, Mike.
That's so odd. There has to be something on the track.
Maybe. The tires must be wearing down now. I don't know. But wow, so guys, what I was dropping my jaw about earlier is Ryan Blaney, who's had 2 problems on pit row that cost him multiple spots and put him near the back of the field with loose tires and 2 bad pit stops in a row, was not afraid to tell his crew chief, let's make sure we not screw it up in the pits this time, guys. Oh, man. You do not want to hear your driver getting fired up like that, especially with how good Ryan Blaney's car has been today here on Phoenix Raceway. Heck yeah, Bucks fan, let's go! Hell yeah! Yes, you got to. I mean, I'm not going to listen to that the whole time. That's for sure. And wow, guys, so 3 separate other drivers dealing with flat tires here as the tire wear starts to become a problem here for a lot of these drivers.
That's a good car. That'd be about the only one I would take a gamble with from what I've seen.
Now, the reason the caution came out was debris from Noah Grayson getting into the turn 1 wall. Here's Michael McDowell's radio.
Yeah, we got a tire just went down too. Put some debris or something out there. I gotta come to you next time.
Baby, you called that. Debris. There was debris from the number 4 that brought out the caution, and that's what McDowell just said. He's pretty sure he ran over some debris and a flat tire afterwards. That's a bad luck there.
That many in a row, there has to be something.
Yep. All right, guys, we got the leaderboard up there right now. This will obviously work its way through after we get through the pit stops here. We've got 151 laps to go. Lap 162 here, and we are on lap 102 of 125 here in stage number 2. And man, how about this? Cole Custard now in the pits here in his number 41 Chevrolet. And looks like he's dealing with some trouble here.
Custer's car here, but let's go back to that. May not have been a tire failure, right? Is it a brake failure? If you see rotors and pads on the track.
Oh, no!
Rotors and pads on the track?
Yeah, so Noah Gregson's rotor exploded. They just pulled a piece of his rotor out of the grill of the number 41 of Cole Custer. And this could end his day if that damage is extensive enough to the radiator. And yes, oh no, guys, that's going to be the end of the day for Cole Custer. They're going to have to push that car now back. You can see fluid leaking in the pit box. Wow.
That would be my guess, for sure.
Yeah, track is eating tires. You are totally right about that, Kelly.
I'm planning on staying out. These cautions are my best friend.
That's true. The longer this caution
Come here,
lasts,
Charlie.
the less laps you'll have to run.
Come on, buddy. It's okay.
To the end of the stage, which is 23 laps.
Come here, Charlie.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see a mixed bag right here. I think you're going to see guys stay out. We saw what won the championship.
There's a rotor. No rotor on that car.
That's right.
Silly boy.
But I think you're going to see some mixed strategies right here of 2 tires staying out, 4 tires. It's going to be mixed up.
All right, so we got a lot of drivers thinking about pitting here.
I want 4 tires, but I think I'm going to put my qualifying stuffs on here. I'm going to use those up 1 lap on them.
Good idea, Larry. You'll only have to run 12 laps or so to the end of the stage. Regan?
So look at that. Larry Reynolds called it, and a lot of other drivers are taking some sticker tires, but I did see a couple of crews here. They're going to take qualifying scuffs and put those on here with only a few laps left here in the stage. It looks like Hamlin only took 2 tires. So a lot of drivers taking different pit strategies here. And this one could put Denny Hamlin out in the lead, and it will, as Hamlin takes the 2-tire strategy, and now he'll come out with the lead. And how about Chris Buescher and Austin Cindric did the same thing, I believe, and they come out here in terrific spots gained after that pit strategy.
This boy is being so silly.
Aww. How adorable. Can we capture this?
Oh, that was my face.
Can we capture this? Is there any way we're going to be able to capture this? Hold on, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Look at that! Look at the cuteness! Oh my goodness, Charlie! Charlie, you're so cute! Charlie, you're famous now! Famous Charlie! Love you, boy. That's my boy right there. You got to come hang out with Mommy and Daddy. Yeah. Doggo boy. That's a go boy. All right, hey, baby, entertain the masses for a second. Boy. I got to go to the restroom. All right, be right back, guys. Be nice to the missus.
Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of puppies on the TV right now. It's so cute. Not as cute as this one, though. What's up, home dog? What's up, baby boy? You leaving me? No? The pets are acting kind of weird today. I don't know what's going on. There's a beautiful Mustang on the TV. It's a nice red color, babe. I like it.
Mustang?
Yeah.
Mustang!
Mustang!
Mm-hmm.
Look at it. It's like a candy apple red.
Nice.
And you missed it.
Oh. It's alright, if it's part of what I think it is, it's all good.
Why is the room so toasty today? I don't get it.
Yeah, just is it the heater on?
No, I tried.
Oh yeah, that's right. It just got, I guess it got a little extra warm in here.
Yeah.
Ghost! Come on!
It's terrible.
Ghost, we gotta remove that, buddy. I can't. I can't take the chances. I ain't getting flagged, dude. You're good, Ghost, buddy. You gotta be careful with those jokes, man. My wife's got a good sense of humor, so you don't gotta worry about her, but yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, now we gotta fix this camera.
I don't know what's wrong, baby boy.
He just wants attention.
What? No, it's 5:30.
Ooh, that's what he wants.
Yeah.
You should do voiceovers. I think Morgan Freeman and Sam Elliott would listen. Dude, Robert, I love that, dude. I'm a big Morgan Freeman fan. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I can actually do impressions pretty good, believe it or not, guys, for the most part. All right, so now, guys, you're seeing this here. So different pit strategies here. We've got a new different top 10 coming out here. Let's try to go through it here before we get started. Okay, so Ryan Preece comes out in the first place position after after the pit stops there. I think Ryan Preece stayed out, and so did Brad Keselowski. Danny Hamlin is in third, and the number 11 Toyota there. Chris Buescher is in fourth, so that means all three RFK Fords are inside the top five. Christopher Bell comes out in fifth here. As you see, Austin Cindric is in sixth. Joey Logano's in seventh. Carson Hocevar is in eighth. Tyler Reddick in ninth, and Bubba Wallace in 10th. But how about Anthony Alfredo? After a really good pit stop there, he comes out in 11th now. And how about Kyle Larson? He's now worked his way up inside the top 12 here after that restart. And here we go. And boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys!
I got to do it. I will feed the dog now.
Okay. And there we go as we see Brad Keselowski out in front. And we're 4 wide behind the Fords. And unfortunately for Keselowski, he's going to fall way back as 4 drivers overtake the number 6. And that car's just falling backwards here with those tires. And Danny Hamlin is now your new leader. A terrific run there by Hamlin.
Fall that Denny Hamlin just took 2 tires and drove away.
I didn't want to say it, Mike.
And now Ryan Preece, unfortunately, too, falling backwards as Austin Cindric and Joey Logano are able to get around the number 60 with ease. And we see here now Christopher Bell takes over the second place spot, but how about Chris Buescher? He's able to hold on to that third place position in the number 17 Ford Mustang. But Hamlin is now out in front with 16 laps to go here in stage number 2. Christopher Bell right behind him, his teammate in the number 20 Toyota Camry. And Joey Logano's in fourth, right behind Chris Buescher in the number 22. And his teammate Austin Cindric rounds out the top 5 here. And how about Bubba Wallace as we see the number 23 Toyota on the inside of Kyle Larson. And Larson is able to work his way up back inside the top 10. That number 5 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports looks fast.
Particularly on a long run. And Kyle Larson didn't like his car much in stage 1, faded from where he qualified, but here he is in the top 10 as we get toward the end of the stage 2.
Now you're good, Ghost. I appreciate you, man. We already got rid of it for you. It's all good. Yeah, Billy, I'd agree with you, man. A huge mistake staying out, but with only a few laps left in the stage, if they can survive, they might be able to use that to their advantage just a little bit here when they go back into the pits at the end of stage number 2. So maybe a decent strategy for the Fords here. We'll see if it pays off. But right now, Danny Hamlin's under fire by Christopher Bell down the backstretch here as the Toyotas continue to work their way up towards the front. And Bubba Wallace there on the inside of his teammate, Tyler Reddick on the outside in the number 45 Toyota as Bubba continues to work that number 23 Toyota back up towards the front here in this race. He's currently in 7th, Reddick in 8th.
Sitting in 3rd. He's the best.
And guys, how about this? Chase Elliott has now made his way up inside the top 10 as that number 9 Chevrolet now is with his teammate as we see those 2 Chevy drivers now finally are able to get their cars inside the top 10. And now here we're side by side for the lead. Here comes Christopher Bell on the inside, dive bombing the low part of the corner, and he'll take away the lead away from his teammate Danny Hamlin. And a terrific run here by Christopher Bell as he continues to show off why he's one of the best drivers here at Phoenix Raceway. Look at that grip he gets, dive bombing the inside corner and able to hold on to that lead here with 11 laps to go in stage number 2.
Control of it every time, so.
And Christopher Bell has 2 wins in the last 4 starts here at Phoenix Raceway. And Hamlin, you can see he's a little loose there at the exit of the corner. He'll need to get tightened up a little bit to help out with that. But Christopher Bell definitely looks like the car to beat here in this one.
That points list. And one thing I like about the points change is if you can go out there and win races, you can close that gap. And I think, Reddick, he's won both of them, and now he has a massive gap to the field. So if you go out there and you can execute and win races, I think we'll be able to climb the ladder pretty quick.
What's up, Scotty Day? Yep.
Well, he came in here where
No, Ghost, you're all good, man. And Robert says, I think the Fords need another recall. That's hilarious, man.
I knew was going to happen. Going into this, you called it the regular season starts now, Mike.
So here we go, guys, as we see a nice run here from Bubba Wallace, who not only got around his teammate, but now has gotten around Carson Hocevar and is right behind Austin Cindric for that 5th place spot. As we see Bubba Wallace is slowly getting that number 23 Toyota up near the front, and he's looking to crack into that top 5. And right now, the Fords and Toyotas have been dominating this racetrack here early on at Phoenix Raceway.
I talked to his coach, Charles Knight, and he said, we missed it in qualifying. He was 28th, just way too loose. They adjusted on this car, and they took a gamble here. When the last round of stops happened, they came in, put 4 sticker tires in it. Even though he was 10th there, they want to make max points here. And so far, it's paying off. He's up to 6th, gained 4 spots since the race started.
Thanks, Jamie. What a battle we've got down around 20th position.
And now, guys, we see here Bubba Wallace off to his best start of the season with his average finish being inside the top 10. But, man, look at this, guys. At the replay, we're seeing a battle near the back of the pack as Alfredo is battling alongside Shane Van Gisbergen. And we see A.J. Allmendinger get out in the front of the 48. And, oh, man, a lot of action going on near the back of the pack.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago, that 97 car of SVG, you see Ty Dillon just right up on the front bumper of the 48, just took that line away from Anthony Alfredo there.
And there's no points at stake here. This is 18th on back.
Yeah, track position though, Mike. It's so important.
And that's pretty much the way the 18th to the back of the
So we see here Christopher Bell continues to hold on to the lead here from Denny Hamlin. And Hamlin now having to battle to stay up towards the leader as he continues to fall back, now 2 seconds behind the leader as we're looking at the action near the back of the pack. A lot of drivers trying to get track position here before the end of this stage number 2 with 5 laps to go. Joey Logano now falls to Chris Buescher here as Buescher is able to get up inside the top 3. A terrific run by the number 17 Ford Mustang as Chris Buescher has been able to work his way up with pit strategy to get great track position here nearing the end of stage number 2.
On their car, the track goes through the transition of getting the right rubber on the racetrack. But how we started this race is not where we are right now.
And now Hamlin, though, or I should say Logano, looking on the inside there of Chris Buescher, trying to possibly take away that top 3 spot. Hamlin out in front of them in the 2nd place position. And, man, Christopher Bell is now starting to drive off with that lead. Now over 2.5 seconds over Denny Hamlin, who's in 2nd place. And I don't know if Hamlin's fallen off a little bit or if Christopher Bell's just continuing to pull away here. But, man, that number 20 Toyota is going to be hard to beat here in this one.
Todd Gilliland coming around the outside of Ty Gibbs for 10th. And Logano takes Buescher way up.
If it gets that bad, you can open it back up. I understand. I got pants and jacket on, so. So here we go, Logano. Able to get around the number 17 of Chris Buescher, and the number 22 will take away that 3rd place spot. They're now inside the top 3, and now Joey Logano looks to set his eyes on Hamlin, but we've got 1 lap to go here in stage number 2. So the final lap here, Christopher Bell has a commanding lead, 3 seconds over Hamlin. And it just keeps looking like Hamlin's falling further and further back, or Christopher Bell continues to keep getting more and more speed throughout this late run here. And as we get here to the end of stage number 2, your winner here in stage number 2, it's Christopher Bell in the number 20 Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. A terrific stage win there for Christopher Bell, who's won 2 of the last 4 starts here at Phoenix Raceway. So the caution flag will come out as we get ready for the final stage here. Drivers will get to hit the pit stops to make some more adjustments here as we get ready for the final stage here for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Phoenix Raceway.
No.
Hamlin only took 2. He's in play with the strategy. Billy, good point there. Good observation there. What's up, Scotty Day? Christopher Bell is out in front here, man. I appreciate y'all. And Chris did, in fact, ring the bell. Look at that. Love that, Robert. That's awesome, dude. Big shout out. Alfredo Kangaroo Dish.
Aw,
Pretty
no kangaroo,
interested.
no kangaroo.
Ghost says, Bubbles, I need to be nice. Yes, yes. Sorry, filter is giving a damn busted, says Ghost here hanging out with us. Damn, it's only stage 2. Shit, I need 3 cans in the bar. On the bar. Heck yeah, we do. I see there are 3 cans on the bar. Need 3 cans? I need some beer now. He's making me want beer.
Glasses, Dave. That's what you need.
He's making me want beer. All right, guys, let's get the top 10 leaderboard here for everybody since we are under caution. So we'll try to get that for you guys there. How about that, guys? Kyle Larson able to work his way up inside the top 10 as that car continues to improve. Todd Gilliland, also one of those drivers, able to move up inside the top 10 there after stage number 2 and his number 34 Ford Mustang. Look out for him. Bubba Wallace cracking the top 5 here. He's looking like he's getting a lot faster in that number 23 Toyota throughout this race, and Carson Hocevar finishing 7th at the end of that stage number 2 there. A terrific stage finish for Carson Hocevar there. You see Joey Logano's led 70 laps and Christopher Bell 90 laps here thus far. Those two have been the 2 dominant cars here early on. How about Ryan Blaney, currently in 12th? He's led 18 laps today, but he's had to work his way all the way back up inside the top 15 multiple times after a couple of bad pit stops throughout the day here for the number 12 Ford Mustang for Team Penske. Dude, thank you, Scotty Day, for hitting that thumbs up button, guys. Thank you for subscribing and hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Appreciate all the love and support here, guys. We are on commercial break as we're waiting to get back to the action. Looking forward to some dinner later with the Mrs. Reynolds. Can't wait for some burgers.
Is that
hamburgers.
What
we're having hamburgers. Yes.
Then I do need to go to the store and get ketchup.
Okay, if you must.
Do I go family fare then?
Family Fair would be the closest, right?
Yeah. I don't want to do that. When do you want me to go?
Just order something from Walmart then.
Yeah, that will be. It's too late. Then it'll come late.
Well, sorry. Don't know what to tell you. Yeah, Bill, you could be right about that. Hocevar saving it for the end here, I think, is definitely in play. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Waiting to get back to the action here, guys. We're going to see pit stops here after stage number 2 as we get ready for the final stage here at Phoenix Raceway. Go. Corey, what's going on, brother?
Hi,
Good to see you, man. I swear if I get another Tai Chi ad, I'm going to go start doing that shit so it'll stop. And Scotty Day says, my man needs a burger. You damn right, man. Burgers.
NFL touring New York. And to be able to sit next to him and have him here at the race today has been fun because a lot of these athletes haven't been to a NASCAR race before. And when they see this all in person, they're like, what in the world? How do I not know about this?
You know, I love that. I love taking this sport and showing it to
Baby,
new
you gonna
eyes.
respond to that?
Because we're here every week. This is our
Look
neighborhood.
what
This
Ghost
is our
said.
normal.
Okay,
Somebody
Ghost,
sees it for the first time,
thank
it's like,
you.
wow. I agree.
I love the last comment Ghost
Because
just made.
when you look on
Yeah.
these guys that are on pit road, they're all athletes and they've all come from baseball and football, wherever they came from, and able to go out there and jump in front of that car and make these pit stops is pretty spectacular.
It's been my experience, and I'm glad you said, the athletes. I've never considered myself an athlete as a race car driver.
All right, guys, we're here at lap 190 with 191 with 122 laps to go as these drivers get ready to pit here.
Into the sport of NASCAR, and they see a pit stop, their eyes light up.
Oh, they light up.
I think it's pretty cool that when we go into every venue, there are representatives of each team visiting colleges and universities trying to recruit athletes. Maybe they're not headed to the NFL or the NBA or to other professional sport. Hey, you like the thrill of the snap of the ball? Why don't you come look at this? We might have a job for you.
You ever jump in front of a 3,500 pound car?
Right. Sometimes I'd rather do that than some of them guys on that football field.
All right, and all the drivers will come hit the pits here after stage number 2 as they look to make adjustments and get some new Goodyear tires on these race cars.
Like Chris Buescher doing a great job maintaining 4th position. That last run on 2 tires has been a little bit tight through the center all day. Was worried the 2 tires would make that worse. Told the team it did not do that. It was really good for 10 laps. Jamie?
Denny Hamlin had those right sides only. He said he was a little loose to end the run, especially in turn 3. It's 4 tire stop here. They'll fill him up. And the 20 car, he's been the best car of the day. His teammate, that's Christopher Bell. The drive up is strong. Do not give that up. Just a little bit tight. That run, good stop. Once again by the 20 bunch.
Oh, crazy over his face.
And here we go, guys. The race off of pit road, and Bubba Wallace gains a couple of spots there, along with Chase Elliott, who's able to get outside or get inside the top 10 there after those round of pit stops. All right, so after that round of pit stops, we'll see how the order comes back out here soon. We'll get this all rearranged. And thank you, everybody, for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Man, that's the one thing about NASCAR, guys. It's just kind of like watching football, man. They get so many of these dang food commercials out here. Your boy gets hungry.
Grilled burgers does sound good.
Oh, yeah. Grilled burgers sounds delicious.
Too bad that ain't happening.
I mean, it could.
We don't have any charcoal.
Oh, we don't?
But I'm going to the store, so... We got wood.
Yeah. I could do that.
We got dry wood in the house.
Exactly.
Thanks to yours truly.
Thank you.
You want to grill tonight?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be very fun. Grill some burgers. You could even do either like smash burgers or like kind of like the slider or smaller versions, since we didn't take the big amount of burger out. I took the smaller amount out.
Down for whatever.
And then we can just reheat the meatloaf to have like meatloaf sandwiches too. And we can do mashed-taters instead of french fries. And then if you do, maybe get a can of beans. That'd be good.
Okay. So when am I going to the store before the race is over?
If you want to, baby, it's totally up to you, baby. I mean, it is already almost 5:30, so grilled burgers does sound good, man. What? Ghost, you got the wife laughing her butt off over here. Says, sorry, had a hell of a piss. My man, cave porch. It created a flash flood. Only washed the car down the driveway. Damn, Ghost! You gotta calm down on the beer drinking, dude. If you creating piss tidal waves in your own freaking driveway, watch out, dude.
You got a 1 pound burger.
No, do a 1 pound burger. I gotta teach y'all. Hey, look, Ghost, if you inviting to cook us dinner, man, don't threaten me with a good time, all right? You might catch us coming up for the invite, especially for some food. I'll live stream it too. I'll live stream it. We'll critique Ghost's cooking ability or grilling ability. And Ghost, look, I'm open to being taught, dude. I love barbecuing. I think I'm pretty dang good at it for the most part. My wife says my cooking's pretty good. I gotta admit that. I'll definitely take her word for it. So yeah, any little techniques or anything I can learn to sort of help me out, I'm down. I'm down. Corey, how you doing, man? It's good to see you, dude. We're doing good. Weather's really nice up here right now. 51 degrees. Buy the beer, I'll bring the meat. Absolutely.
That's a deal.
That is totally a deal, bro. Just got to make sure you tell me what kind of beer. I'm more of a Miller Lite, Bud Light kind of guy myself. So, not that it doesn't mean I haven't tried other ones. Miller High Life, pretty good as well, but you never know. Ghost, that was funny as hell. I got to go so bad, I'm about to pressure wash the pool deck. There you go, Robert. That's the kind of comments we need in the chat here, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all are so silly.
Heck yeah, dude. Just dudes being dudes. Let's go. I freaking love it. I freaking love it, man. This is awesome. Thank you, guys. This is freaking awesome, dude. Yo, dude, seriously, Robert, you gotta sign up for channel memberships, dog. Robert, we need you back in here every NASCAR live stream, dude. I may have to start doing the O'Reilly series just to get a couple more different live streams with you guys for NASCAR, because this is awesome, guys. We are shattering records here on Tim Reynolds Show with the amount of views, the amount of people we've got in the chat. This is incredible, guys. I am so pumped up about this, man. Seriously. NASCAR was one of the first things I got to start on my channel. As a matter of fact, guys, when I first started my channel, I did an NFL draft live stream, and then I did a NASCAR live stream. So really hand in hand with wrestling going right after that as well. So yeah, this has been pretty awesome, guys, to share my love not only for sports, but also for sports broadcasting here with you guys. And man, it's been really awesome. Dude, Robert says I'm down. Heck yeah. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you, man. Well, Robert, don't forget to check out Joshua. What's up, bro? Welcome back. One of our longtime members here, Joshua, hanging out with us, man. Heck yeah, we killing it, dog. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Come on. All right, we're waiting to get back to the action here, guys. Moments away from the restart here in the final stage at Phoenix Raceway. Heck yeah, Keystone Light cheaper day, just no treat, wood rots, depending beer. Heck yeah, dude. Coming up too, I want some food. Heck yeah, Corey, we all want some food. And here we go. Buggity, let's go racing, boys. And man, here we go. I'm sorry, it just started out of the blue. They didn't even give us a really good prepare for this restart here as we see Christopher Bell is out in front here at Phoenix Raceway. But look, we've got a new man battling for the second place position. It's Bubba Wallace. That's the number 23 Toyotas alongside Joey Logano, and he'll take over that second place spot. Oh, and Logano right near that back tire, able to take that side draft and stay along the inside of Bubba Wallace here. And Bubba using that outside lane. Logano on the inside here in turn number 2 as they come down the backstretch. And we see there Bubba Wallace able to pull away with that second place position as 2 Toyotas are out in front. And we've got a lot of battles going near the back of the pack here on this final stage at Phoenix Raceway. And there's Tyler Reddick on the inside battling for a top 5 spot. And here comes Kyle Larson, who's trying to hold on to that top 15 position there on the number 5 Chevrolet. And how about Ryan Blaney? He's working his way back up inside the top 10, now currently in 9th. And even Chase Elliott, the driver of the number 9 Chevrolet, trying to get back inside the top 10. Heck yeah, guys! Robert, thank you, man, for the channel membership, brother. Thank you, thank you. That is very, very kind of you.
To 7th 9th, 11th on that inside.
All right,
row,
guys,
whatever
get the
position you
track
start. But every
going
row
here.
you lose, it just you become a little more vulnerable on all these restarts, and sometimes they go your way, and sometimes it doesn't.
Thank you for the membership there, Roberto. Appreciate you, man. Hope to see you on all these NASCAR live streams. Thank you, Corey. And guys, here we go. Bubba Wallace now in second. Okay. So we see there Carson Hocevar talking about pit strategy with his crew chief. All these cars are going to still need to pit at least one more time before the end of this race. He's currently running 9th in that number 77 Chevrolet. So right now, your top 5. Christopher Bell out in front. Bubba Wallace in second. Joey Logano in third. Austin Cindric in fourth. And Tyler Reddick rounds out the top 5 here. But ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Blaney has worked his way up all the way to position number 7. There in the number 12. Ford Mustang, and now Blaney finally getting his way as he's able to get back inside the top 10 after he was a contender to start this race in stage number 1. So a couple of bad pit stops put Ryan Blaney near the back of the field, and he's been able to overcome that and currently in 7th place.
Up toward the front. With the exception of Chase Briscoe, who is out of the race along with Noah Gregson.
Thank you, Christopher. Yeah, if you want to. No, actually, just leave it open. You're good. Yeah. Be safe.
I'll come back and say bye.
Ryan Blaney has had an up and down day, but every time he's been sent to the back, he forges his way forward again. Here's his radio remix.
Radio remix here for Ryan Blaney.
This is green checker, easy on fuel, cool it down. Green checker, good job. Stop at the 22 box, make sure you're tight. It's all the way down at the end, number 1. Left rear tire. We got a long way to go. Fastest car here.
Well, I like hearing fastest car, Kevin, but I don't like hearing pull into the 22 box. We got to put another.
Yeah. That's right, guys. 31 track passes for Ryan Blaney, and another one here on the outside of Tyler Reddick as Ryan Blaney passes 2 cars, and Chris Buescher and Tyler Reddick, and he's now inside the top 5. And watch out, guys, because Ryan Blaney has been the fastest car on the track, but track position has been the problem. But here with just over 100 laps to go, Ryan Blaney finds himself inside the top 5 with 2 teammates out in front of him. Can we see Ryan Blaney go contend for the lead as Christopher Bell continues to lead here at Phoenix Raceway in this NASCAR Cup Series race? And guys, Christopher Bell continues to show off here at Phoenix Raceway. He has won 2 of his last 4 starts here at Phoenix Raceway. So for Christopher Bell, he's been here before as he tries to hold on to that lead. Bubba Wallace is currently in second in the number 23 Toyota. That car has been impressive, working its way up to the front row here in the top 2 spots after starting near the back of the pack at the beginning of this race. Heck yeah, what's up, Christopher? And Terry, once again, keeping up with Chase Elliott. Yeah, man, so Elliott doing a pretty good job here. We'll give you a little bit of an update once we get one. As Elliott, it looks like he was inside the top 15, but right now it looks like he's outside the top 16 currently. Larson is in the 13th place position, and Chase Elliott is currently 17th in the number 9 Chevrolet. So we see here Logano right behind Bubba Wallace as Logano starts to get closer and closer to take that 2nd place position away from Bubba Wallace here. And now attacking the number 23 as they come down the front stretch. And we see Christopher Bell continues once again to pull away from the rest of the drivers here in this Phoenix Raceway race. And I got to tell you guys, I really do think this is going to come down to Ryan Blaney and Christopher Bell, especially with how fast both of these cars have been here in the final stage. Guys, let's give a big shout out once again to our new member here, Robert. 2775, appreciate you there, brother, for hanging out and enjoying and signing up for our memberships. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, we've got a caution flag out as we see the number 60 Ford of Ryan Preece gets loose, and unfortunately, that's going to bring out the yellow flag. All right, guys, so with that caution, we're now going to be really getting into pit strategy here because remember, a lot of these drivers still need to pit at least one more time before the end of this race, and even pitting now, they wouldn't have enough fuel to get to the end. So a lot of these drivers could choose to stay out here with this caution coming out here at lap 211.
In turns 3 and 4, and they're going to come in from the right side of the frame here.
Yeah, and it looks like that car is sideways before it gets to the dog leg right there, but gets into Ryan Preece and he spins out. But it looked like the Zilich car was sideways, and we saw that piece of the tire on the racetrack. So
Blaney's car radio should replace old Crank It Up. Yeah, why not, Robert, right? I love hearing Ryan Blaney on the radio. That guy is not afraid to let his team hear it. Oh, and there it is, guys. Connor Zilich got loose getting into the corner and unfortunately got into the right front corner panel of Ryan Preece, and that just spun him out. A tough break there for Ryan Preece.
No free pass as everybody running is on the lead lap. And pit road is open. Larry, how many sets we got left?
Well, if they use their qualifiers in that little short run in stage 2, everybody should have 2 sets of stickers, but you're going to have to make one more stop even after this.
All right, Regan.
So, ladies and gentlemen, looks like most of these teams only have 2 sets of sticker tires left as they head into the pits here during stage number 3. Man, tire wear is going to start being a deal here and a concern moving forward for these drivers. Yeah, appreciate you, Scott Day. Chris, how you doing, man? It's Chris the Cop in Tampa. Appreciate you, Christopher. Welcome back, brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you here on the live stream. Terry, what's going on as well? Scott Day, how are you doing? Big shout out to Robert here, Robert M., with the channel membership sign up. Thank you so much, man. Looking forward to seeing you, Robert, here on these NASCAR live streams. Hope you guys are enjoying it. We're setting records here, guys, on Tim Reynolds Show. This is our best NASCAR live stream that we've had up to date, and I'm really stoked about it. Hope you guys are enjoying it as well. If you have any questions or shout-outs, guys, any NASCAR questions, any sports questions, football questions, WWE questions, or just some shout-outs, anything you guys would like to ask me, make sure you hit me up with those super chats here on Tim Reynolds Show. And don't forget, guys, like our boy Robert here, you can sign up for channel memberships on my YouTube channel right now. If you guys feel welcomed to help support the channel in any way, you can do it by signing up for those. And also, you can click the link on the top of my YouTube channel to donate any amount that you guys see fit to help out here on the channel. It all goes to helping out and grow the channel here on Tim Reynolds Show. And thank you, guys. I really appreciate y'all. Don't forget, we'll also be going live tomorrow night, guys, for WWE Monday Night Raw if you're interested in that. And we'll also be live on Tuesday night since we started doing WWE NXT just a few weeks ago here on the channel to try to make sure we're bringing you guys some of the best live content you can get here on Tim Reynolds Show. Hope you guys are enjoying the race thus far. It's been a very competitive race, but now a lot more cautions here in the middle part of these stages as we get into the final stage here. We've got 99 laps to go as we get ready for the restart here after a caution was brought out with Ryan Preece getting into Connor Zilich there and the number 60 unfortunately getting spun out. Hey, what's up, Robert? He says, join up. It's a lot cheaper than than a shot of whiskey at your local bar. Heck yeah, thank you there, Robert. I appreciate you, dude. What place is Bubba in, says Corey. Yeah, so Bubba Wallace right now was in second, but because of the pit strategies happening right now, believe it or not, Josh Berry and Chase Elliott are out in front right now with those drivers choosing not to pit. So there's going to be a really different top 5 here. You can see it also as well here, guys. On there, you've got the top 10 currently right now before we get ready for the restart. So thank you, guys. Yeah, unfortunately, Ghost Zilich still a rookie, so he's still learning some things here in this next-gen car in the Cup Series. It's a lot different than the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series cars, so he's still doing some, going through some rookie bumps, if you will. Heck yeah, Terry. What's up, Terry? How we doing, man? Now, Grill fired up, baby, says Ghost. Better than a network call by call. And Baby Girl's explanation... yeah, she's actually going to the store for us to get ready to cook some burgers, so that's going to be pretty cool. Oh, and guys, look at this. We actually see the true culprit here was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as the number 47 Chevrolet got into the back of the 88, and that's what got Connor Zilich into the right corner panel there, the right front corner panel of Ryan Preece, spinning him out. So, unfortunately there, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was the one at fault there with that caution and spin.
Neither of them stopped.
Dude, Scotty Day, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the kind comments, dude. Heck yeah. Let's go, guys. Let's continue to grow the channel, and I appreciate you guys. And all right, as we get ready for the restart here, Josh Berry is going to be out in front in his number 21 Ford Mustang, and alongside him is Chase Elliott in the number 9 Chevrolet, as both of those drivers decided to stay out here after that last caution.
So that means he should only have one set of tires. We're going to talk about Chase Elliott tonight. All right, so the cars that will start on the front row did not stop. The next 5 cars took 2 tires. Bell, Gibbs, Buscher, Chastain, and Alfredo. Everybody from Joey Logano, 8th on back, got 4 tires this time. This should be really interesting.
All right, guys, so this restart should be very interesting coming up here. And now we are back, green flag racing here at Phoenix Raceway as Josh Berry, no, we got a spinner, and oh no, it's Joey Logano getting into Ross Chastain, who gets into Austin Cindric, and we've got the caution flag already back out. And we knew these restarts were going to be chaotic. And unfortunately there for Anthony Alfredo and for Austin Cindric, looks like their days could be done. A lot of damage there to the number 2 Ford Mustang. And man, Austin Cindric, window net is down. And after a great run here, unfortunately, Chastain ends up bringing out the caution flag.
That's done. Now here's Joey Logano's radio.
Thank you. I didn't mean to do that, obviously. Try to flip them.
Well, let's unfold this.
So here we go, the restart here, coming down the front stretch.
Inside row, you can see Joey come to his bumper.
And Joey Logano is the one who gets the number 1 loose there. And the number 48 had nowhere to go, and he ends up getting into Austin Cindric, and a lot of damage there to the number 2. And man, Bubba Wallace barely makes it out of this unscathed, as you see there. No, Bubba, there is some contact there, as Wallace somehow got through that. And man, Joey Logano is the one who brought out the caution, getting into the back of the number 1 Chevrolet of Ross Chastain. You see there in the dog leg, the number 1 gets loose, comes right up into the 48, again gets into Austin Cindric there. Yikes. That was a big hit there for the number 2 Ford Mustang. You hope Cindric is okay. A lot of damage on that driver's side door area there. And that is not the restart anyone was looking for here. And for Logano, he's got to feel terrible about that. But man, now we've got multiple cars. Looks like days are done here after that wreck.
But he is out of the car, out of the race. From Joey Logano.
Wow, guys, so we see there the number 48 got some air after getting over that front right tire there of Ross Chastain.
Alright.
Pushed a little too hard at the wrong time.
Yeah, and you could hear it in
Love you.
Joey's voice. I mean, he just
I
made a mistake right there.
We'll see you soon.
Got
baby.
into the
Okay.
back bumper at the wrong time.
From Austin Cindric.
Oh, babe, we probably need buns.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for...
You're welcome.
And it just happened so fast, and you could.
That's right,
you could
guys.
hear it
These
and
cautions
see it right
happen
there, but if
so
you're in the driver's
fast.
seat, the amount of impact that.
And Jeffrey, you're right. Could be time for Elliott to pit here, unless he wants to try to keep that track position.
This is Anthony Alfredo.
And riding along with Anthony Alfredo, nowhere to go for Anthony, who got into Ross Chastain and Bubba Wallace, and then ended up getting into Austin Cindric as well. So a tough day there for the number 48.
Man, that Austin Cindric shot right there, that's a big shot, Clint.
It sure is, and we're fortunate that there was only a couple of those guys with severe damage. That could have been big right there towards the front of the field.
And that was
So Anthony Alfredo, Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, and Bubba Wallace all involved in those wrecks as Ross Chastain tries to get things fixed here. And yikes!
got away, but he was right in the middle of that.
A lot of damage there on that driver's side door area of Bubba Wallace.
It should be okay. I mean, the side's got a lot of tire marks and everything on it, but
we know the bodies on these things are tough. I'm not worried.
Heck
about
yeah,
the
Scott.
body,
Thank you for hanging out with us here today.
When you see an
I
impact
should
on
have
a
ordered
wheel
off
like
of
that.
Skeet, says Ghost. Appreciate you, man. And Billy says, I told you 22 would crash. Go back to the beginning and look. Hey, Billy, yes, you did call that. I remember, man. I remember. Yeah, Logano just getting a little too aggressive there behind Chastain. And, hey, that's my fault. I assumed Chastain was the one being aggressive there on that particular restart. But it was Logano as he brings out the caution flag here with just over 90 laps to go here at Phoenix Raceway. No sauce for them, says Ghost. You right about that, Ghost. You are right about that.
11th, after starting out with all three cars in the top 5 spots.
All right, so here is the current top 10 here right now for everybody before we get ready for the pit stops. Obviously, these will change.
And that graphic doesn't begin to tell the story of Ryan Blaney's day, who, due to loose wheels on pit stop, has had to come from the back twice.
Those names sounded like your average police lineup, says Robert. Yeah, it could be the case, dude. That could be the case.
At the front of the pack to showcase that more than the first stage there. So a couple mistakes on pit road today. We know that this is going to come down to being on pit road one more time. So
you can usually overcome one, but usually when you have two, that's a game changer. But we're still in this thing.
This tells the story. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see it right there. Domination. Oh no, not bad. Ah, you got to be kidding me. But somehow, some way, we're still heading back north, trending in the right direction.
Now, where was Ryan Blaney when this happened?
Luckily, he was down on the bottom, Fox.
Well, this will be our pod's big move. Watch for the number 12. Right behind Logano and scoots away.
yeah, luckily those cars went up the racetrack. Unlucky for
Whoa, what's going on, man? Lake Effect Booze. What's going on, man? Is that Ralph? How we doing, Ralph?
People start taking 2 tires, and you still take 4 tires. It buries you in the field, and you start having
So
trouble.
Ryan Blaney, guys, able to just barely survive that particular caution and wreck, and we'll be under 90 laps to go as we get ready for the restart here. So a lot of these drivers now will have a chance to get within the fuel window.
Yeah, I want to put a credit, like, again.
What's up, Ralph? How we doing, man? Welcome back.
Chaotic and so important to be aggressive, but he did leave a little bit of room in front of him to be.
Yeah, no problem there, Lake Effect. What's up, Ralph? Appreciate you bringing back. He's the 20. He's just biding his time. Yeah, Billy, right now, Christopher Bell is the car to beat. This guy's been very, very fast, but I do think Ryan Blaney is going to have something for Christopher Bell by the time we get to the end of this race here.
Sometimes that stuff works your way, and sometimes it doesn't. But luckily, Blaney was on the
Dude,
right side.
Jeffrey, awesome, man. Florida boys. Let's go. Let's go. Heck yeah, I'm actually currently up north where it's very chilly. I've been living up here in Michigan now for like the last 5 years, so heck yeah. Not a huge fan of the snow, but the nature is beautiful.
So are we now?
And look at the damage there for the number 20 Ford Mustang for Penske. That is just terrible.
What do we do on strategy?
I think we still split it. Maybe Jamie Little can tell us what they're thinking.
Yeah, what a day it's been for Chase Elliott. Alan Gustafson is crew chief. They had some damage earlier. You guys fought your way back, and now you sit third. 2 sets of sticker tires. How's the car? You think it's good enough to hang on to the top 3 as of now?
Yeah, probably not on the old tires. It's just been a little bit of a struggle for us on track. Pit stops have been amazing. Really kind of kept us in it, but getting spun out by the 7 early really hurt us, got us down a set, so really had no choice. We've kind of got to do damage control here to get back on the same sets of tires as the rest of the people, and yeah, hopefully we can get an opportune caution or play this last strategy right and get a good finish out of it.
Thank you, Ralph, for stopping by, brother. I appreciate you.
We'll make it happen.
Need to be a little bit better on the long run, Mike.
All right, guys, so there's your top 10 here as we'll see if these drivers get ready to pit here or if we're getting ready to restart.
Mike, Austin Cindric out of the Care Center. Austin having a good run today. Looked like you're an innocent bystander there. How frustrating is this?
Yeah, obviously it's a frustrating start with so many fast race cars, and had another one today with our Quaker State Menards Ford Mustang, and yeah, obviously the restart get crazy here, and I'm not really sure what happened other than just cars jumping right across the racetrack, and I'm not sure I've ever jumped head on into a wall, but that changed today. No, it's just a shame. I'm not discouraged though. This 2 teams shown me a lot in the first 4 races, and yeah, it's just a shame we don't have the results for it.
All right, we'll see you in Vegas. Thanks, Austin.
I did see the damage when we saw the left front of Bubba Wallace's car. You watched it right there in that replay. Hit pretty hard.
All right, we'll be coming green this
All right, so we will be going green with 87 laps to go here in this one. Josh Berry still out in front on those used tires, if you will. Ty Gibbs now right behind him. Chase Elliott is behind Christopher Bell, who's on the front row as well. And remember, guys, these restarts can get a little chaotic as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing here in stage number 3 at Phoenix Raceway. And there, down into the dog leg goes Chris Berry. Or I should say Bell, there on the outside, Berry on the inside. And now we see here Elliott way up high side of the track here as Chase Elliott tries to hold on to that number 9 car, but he drops about 10 spots. And now 3 wide, Ryan Blaney powers his way to the front, and he's right behind the leader, Christopher Bell, here with 86 laps to go in Phoenix. And what a run here from Ryan Blaney, and I told you guys that that number 12 was going to give Christopher Bell a run for his money here at Phoenix Raceway. What a move as Blaney was able to get between the number 54 and the number 23, and what a move!
More competitive in the second half of this race, but you see a lot of the same players. Bubba Wallace still up there, doesn't appear to have any damage from that car. As you see,
and now we see here the rest of the battles as Denny Hamlin continues to work up to the top 5, and he will get around Chris Buescher here for the top 4 spot here at Phoenix. And Joey Logano somehow still able to hold on with his position here inside the top 10, currently running 7th. As a lot of these cars continue to try to make moves near the back, and man, Chase Elliott is just falling backwards and backwards and backwards all the way now to the 24th position. Elliott not doing well on that strategy there with those used tires. So here Christopher Bell continues to lead. Ryan Blaney now trying to battle to get up towards the leader there.
You know, we saw him finish, I think, 6th there at Coda. but not really that dominant performance.
So right now, Ty Gibbs in third, Denny Hamlin in fourth, Chris Buescher is in fifth to round out your top five, Bubba Wallace in sixth, Joey Logano in seventh, Tyler Reddick in eighth, and Kyle Larson has worked his way up inside the top 10 and in the ninth place position, and Carson Hocevar is in the 10th place position in his number 77 Chevrolet. So now Ryan Blaney is right near that back bumper of Christopher Bell. But here comes Denny Hamlin on the outside of Ty Gibbs as the number 11 Toyota will take away the third place spot away from the 54 Toyota of Ty Gibbs.
We've seen some of that today, Kevin.
Well, and we've seen them have to use more brakes, but we're getting ready to have a battle for the lead here.
That's right, guys. Ryan Blaney battling for the lead here right behind Christopher Bell. And that number 12 looks very strong as he tries to battle and take away that lead away from Christopher Bell. Now, both Bell and Blaney have done very well racing at this Phoenix Raceway racetrack. And these two are showing off exactly how much skill they have at this particular racetrack. That number 20 Toyota Camry holding on with the lead as the number 12 Ford Mustang closes the gap. He's now right near the back bumper, holding on to that inside lane right behind the leader. As they go up to the top side here, Blaney's going to dive bomb the dog walk here, and he's going to go side by side, but it may not be enough to overtake the leader. So Christopher Bell holding on as they come out of turn number 2 here. That number 20 Toyota looks very fast coming down the backstretch. So Blaney has already shown he's got a lot of speed in these corner areas, and you're seeing him really close that gap to the leader in these corners.
Well, that's been the biggest deficit of the Ford.
Thank you there, Ralph. Appreciate you, man. Have wood burning better on my grill than cider? Oh, yeah, Ghost. That sounds awesome, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out here with us, man. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And appreciate all the love and support here, guys. So here we go. Christopher Bell holding on to the lead. Ryan Blaney right behind him.
Blaney won here last fall. They are the two best at this racetrack right now. And here they are fighting for the lead, but with a lot of laps to go.
This is definitely a mano-a-mano battle. Love what I've seen out of these cars. It is amazing that we're talking about Blaney again after not one, but two mishaps on pit road. To the back, to the front, to the back, to the front.
And think back, Dakota, when Blaney was, we felt like he was substantially better than Tyler Reddick, but he gets stuck.
So we see here Ryan Blaney still battling there, taking his time. 77 laps to go, as it really is going to come down to these two drivers if we stay green flag racing here to the end. Although we will have one more set of pit stops to make here before the end of this race. So a lot of factors to determine a winner here in this one. But one thing is almost for certain here, guys. We do see Tyler Reddick is currently running 8th, so there is a good chance we can get a new winner here in the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series here today at Phoenix Raceway. Blaney's being too aggressive soon. He's wearing those tires, a long way to go. Yeah, Billy, I imagine that Blaney's probably doing that because he knows his car is better out front of Christopher Bell here. Now, Bell's been very good, but I think if Blaney can get out in front of him, he can almost start to pull away and actually probably take a little less wear and tear on those tires. But you're right. He is going to wear those tires out if he tries to be too aggressive to take this lead away from Christopher Bell.
RCR Field today.
Yeah, he was actually right there at the edge of the top 10 earlier in the day. So decent run by that 3 car of Austin Dillon. You see the 21 car, Josh Berry, there is still trying to keep himself as far forward as possible with the no pit decision, but every lap just loses a little bit more ground. And 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen, we've seen him turn around backwards and battling his way to a decent day. He's done a really good job today and been up towards that top 10 as well at points.
Now we're seeing 3 wide racing near the back of the pack here, back near 20th, as Austin Dillon tries to keep that top 20 spot. And unfortunately for Josh Berry, he's fallen way back just like Chase Elliott has on those used tires as they're hoping to get some new set of tires and better track position. Man, Elliott's now fallen all the way back to 31st, so clearly that pit strategy has not paid off. So we see here Logano battling with Reddick as Tyler Reddick's able to get to the inside here of Logano, and that number 45 Toyota trying to take away that 7th place spot away from the number 22 Ford Mustang. As we continue to race here on a very hot and humid day here at Phoenix Raceway. Man, talk about the wreckage. Woo! Man, Austin Cindric, glad he's okay. He got into that wall very hard there after that last caution was brought out. And we are on commercial break here, guys. But thank you for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. What's up, Terry? Yeah, so William Byron, he's currently in 11th right now. He has been right around that top 10 for most of the day, but that number 24 Chevrolet, unfortunately, has kind of dropped off a little bit. We did hear some reports early in the race that William Byron was dealing with the squishy brake pedal, maybe going down to the floor a little bit more than he would like, so maybe those brakes are not to his liking right now on that number 24 Chevrolet, but William Byron currently riding in 11th right now here at Phoenix Raceway. Kyle Larson's worked his way up inside the top 10, now currently in 9th, so that would be a really good finish for him. As, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Blaney has gotten right up to the back bumper here of Christopher Bell, and it could be only a matter of time before he overtakes the leader here in Phoenix. And man, Christopher Bell getting a little loose there, going down the front stretch as they enter turn number 1. And Blaney's so close. You can see in those corners that Blaney has got a lot more speed, especially as they get into the corner. And now you're exiting off that backstretch. Look at Blaney close that gap right away to the number 20. And that Toyota is fast, but I got to tell you here, guys, I think Blaney gets an opportunity. He could overtake the leader here very shortly. Blaney's dog is hunting for the crispy air. Heck yeah, dude. I appreciate you guys hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So as we see here, Christopher Bell still holding on to the lead here. Ryan Blaney right there within a half a car length. And oh no, we've got a tire down here for Kyle Busch. And with 67 laps to go, will this bring out the caution flag?
Is Kyle Busch. We stay green.
And we stay green. Oh, Ryan Blaney gets into the back of Christopher Bell, and we've got a spinner. And right before Blaney can make the pass, the caution flag comes out. Oh my goodness! You talk about lucky timing for Christopher Bell. That was it. Ryan Blaney got the bumper into the back left corner panel of the number 20 of Christopher Bell, and he was going to overtake him for the lead there on that last lap before the caution came out. Wow!
When you get in traffic, and I think for him to move in there and just try to
holy guacamole, folks!
You got to do what you got to do. At some point, you're here to win the race, and you run out of options. And he knows that Bell was mirror driving to try to put himself in that position.
Here's Blaney's radio.
Just drive it away. Drive it away. Don't matter. All the work you do, give up, down the straightaway.
Yeah, well, those Toyotas have handled pretty good down the straightaway, and you can see that up off the corner when they come off a turn.
Yeah, we'll see if it plays in Chase Elliott's favor, but I'm not sure, man. He dropped all the way back to 31st, trying to use that pit strategy. Unfortunately there for Van Gisbergen, just gets a little too loose there out in front of Austin. Woo!
It was really close.
And Austin Dillon just able to get around. And you see here Ryan Blaney got right into the back corner of Christopher Bell. Makes that space he needed. And he got right alongside the leader. Woo! Oh yeah, Scott Dave. Bell is very good here. No damage or anything like that. He's very fast, but I do think Ryan Blaney is a lot faster.
So Christopher Bell is still the leader under this.
What did I miss? Grill fired up, marinating burgers and waiting. Oh, hell, shit broke loose. Y'all need more beer? Yep, need more beer. Heck yeah, man. We're going pitting here with 65 laps to go, and this will put all the drivers with enough fuel to make it to the end of this race.
The car's pretty good, just a little bit tight when he moves up.
No, Bell all the way, says Wayne. Heck yeah, Wayne. Appreciate you, man.
Just mega loose this run, complaining about sliding the rears too much. Jamie?
Denny Hamlin pits from third. He said on the longer run, it gets a little edgy, and he's still a little tight.
So, guys, this could be the last set of sticker tires for a lot of these teams here, and we'll see how the pit strategy plays out for a lot of these drivers here. A good stop there by Christopher Bell. And Ryan Blaney able to come out here, unfortunately, in third. He'll lose at least one spot to Ty Gibbs. Larson gains a couple of spots, and so did Buscher and Joey Logano. They're on pit lane with a couple of drivers dropping a few spots, including Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace. So the race off of pit road is always interesting. Ty Gibbs able to get out just before Ryan Blaney, which means Gibbs, number 54 Toyota, will be out on the front row here as we get ready for another restart. This one should give us the green flag with about 60 laps to go. We're here at lap 249. Here in this race at Phoenix Raceway. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right here on one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream, man. Hope so. This car sucks. We need the Gen 6 or earlier back. Yeah, I'd probably have to agree with you, man. That my driver, says Scotty Day. Appreciate you, Scotty. Van left turning, says Ghost. Yeah, we have seen SVG spin out a couple of times here already. Heck yeah, Ghost beer should be in its own food group. Robert, you are right about that, my friend. You are right about that. All right, thank you, everybody, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out here on the live stream. After those round of pit stops here, we'll have about 60 laps, maybe 59 to go when we get back to the restart here from Phoenix Raceway for the NASCAR Cup Series here in 2026. If you guys can, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, show your support for the channel any way you guys can. You can sign up for channel memberships like our boy Robert did today. Big shout out to you, Robert. Appreciate you signing up there for the Tim Reynolds Show channel memberships, guys. You can sign up for those if you're interested in helping support the channel in any way. You guys can also click the link on the top of my YouTube channel to donate any amount that you guys would choose to. And you can also hit me up with super chats here in the live stream with any shout outs, any NASCAR questions or sports questions that you have and want answered here on the live stream. And if not, guys, just love you guys hanging out, putting in your 2 cents in your comments and hanging out and enjoying the live stream here. It's been an incredible NASCAR Cup Series race here from Phoenix Raceway. Paul, what's going on, man? You get excited, dude? Heck yeah, man. Why not, bro? That's what we're here for, to enjoy some exciting racing, dude. Come on.
NASCAR Race Day, next Sunday, 2:30.
That's right, guys. Next Sunday, around 4 o'clock, we'll be seeing the NASCAR Cup Series race in the Pennzoil 400 from Las Vegas. So that should be an incredible race to check out. Hope you guys will come join us for that live stream play-by-play as well. I hope Chase Elliott can do something he hasn't gotten anywhere today. Yeah, you're right about that, my friend. B-S-E-I-G-L-E-R. Sorry if I spelled that wrong there. But yeah, Chase Elliott hoping to catch a break here. I get my vitamins and nutrition out of the 12-ounce curl. Hell yeah, Ghost. Hell yeah. Please drink responsibly. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, is going to win. Jeffrey, appreciate that, man. How about Rhodes, dude? You're becoming the new WWE champion on Friday Night SmackDown. That was pretty awesome. Ghost, you also got to get exercise, says Robert. Hell yeah, Robert. Appreciate you.
Number 17, going to the back.
Oh, and guys, after those pit stops, how about Kyle Larson? He's worked his way up all the way to the 6th place position A great spot to be in after those rounded pit stops.
Ruins your day.
Yep, Chris Buescher.
50.05. You can run 49.999. 50.05 on the 17.
All right, so here we go. About to restart with 60 laps to go. And we're back, green flag racing here at Phoenix Raceway in the NASCAR Cup Series. And going down the dog leg, we see there Gibbs dive bombs it, but Christopher Bell holds on to the lead, and we're 4-5 wide in the back of the pack. And we see there an aggressive move on the outside of Bubba Wallace, making it 4 wide there near 10th place position. And Bubba trying to get inside the top 5 here as we see Ryan Blaney battling right behind the number 54 of Ty Gibbs. And Logano almost gets into the right or the left side of the number 77. And now there's Byron. He gets into Logano, spinning out the 22. And no, Josh Berry gets involved. And now Logano's mangled. And so is the number 21. And yikes. That is not good, man.
10th caution, lap 254, and the hits just keep on coming.
Yeah, well, you get yourself stuck in the middle of the pack like that and then buried in track position and went to go up the racetrack.
Logano trying to get the car moving here. That's just not going to happen here for the number 22 as Josh Berry gets out very frustrated. And unfortunately, it looks like Chase Elliott also suffered some damage here in this one.
All right, watch the 16 coming here.
Well, watch. You can see 22's in trouble. Got up, shot back across the apron. 16 gets in there shooting, stayed on the racetrack, and as Joey came back up, they got into one another. Bam!
Yeah, and he just didn't expect the 16 car to be there, and it just all, as he started to come up the racetrack,
see him moving
16,
back up.
Allmendinger snuck in there, and he was there.
That's your pole sitter. Their day is done.
And look, the spotters at this racetrack are in turn 3, in the middle of turns 3 and 4. That angle going into turn 1, the driver's kind of on his own right there as far as making those tight calls like that. So you know that going in from a driver's standpoint. The spotter will give you a suggestion, but it is not guaranteed because of the angle of the spotters at this track.
Now, as this unfolded, you'll see Chase Elliott get some damage, and I believe Shane Van Gisbergen gets a piece of this too.
So, guys, we've got a bunch of cars involved here in this caution as we wait to see what's going on here. Man, a big wreck there from Logano. So the cautions have been a lot here in the final stage of this NASCAR Cup Series race in Phoenix Raceway. Here's the replay here. Logano in the middle of both drivers. Here comes William Byron. And oh my goodness, Logano actually got loose as Byron already passed him. And there goes the big hit by Josh Berry into that right corner panel there of Logano.
What happens in these cars?
Yikes. And now we're seeing here from Josh Berry's point of view. There's the contact. Logano got loose from the contact of the number 24 as William Byron got around him. Unfortunately for Logano, he gets right up into Josh Berry here. And you can see it here right along A.J. Allmendinger. And Dinger, oh no, and unfortunately it was the Dinger. A.J. got into the back left corner panel of Logano, and that's what got the number 22 loose here. And man, you see there, Daniel Suarez got hit as well. A lot of damage there from the number 7. And that looks like that could be the end of his day also. Bummer, man.
Post doesn't count.
Billy, man, he's saying Logano's going to blame somebody else. Well, unfortunately, there is someone else to blame there. A.J. Allmendinger got into that back left corner panel of Logano. And that's what caused the spin here.
And in real time.
Yep, grabbed another tall boy here, man. Grill's already ready. And Robert says, man, Ghost, cheers, man. Popping the fresh top off. Heck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you, Robert.
Yeah, that audio is unbelievable. And really, as you listen to that, you can just hear the violence of the wreck. And what great shots from the camera guys to see all the debris and all the replays that we have. There's a lot
Yeah,
going on
unfortunately
right
there, BS. It isn't going to be Chase Elliott's day. Too many, unfortunately, too many times getting caught up here in these cautions. And Elliott was involved in that last wreck, including Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez, AJ Allmendinger, Josh Berry, Joey Logano, and Shane Van Gisbergen. They're on lap 554, or 254.
What a tore-up race car. Now there are the spotters that Kevin referenced, up between turns 3 and 4. They do, fortunately, have a bit of shade up there, but
this might be considered a short track, right, Kevin? But boy, you hit hard here.
You do hit hard, and you're seeing it today. We've had some between Austin Cindric and Joey Logano right there. Those are two of the biggest shots that they'll take all year.
Yep.
Briscoe.
Some gnarly wrecks here, guys, in this one. And there's the damage on the number 9 Chevrolet of Chase Elliott. And you wonder if that's going to be able to be repairable here enough to give him a decent finish here at the end of his day.
Yeah, Kyle's been he looks like he's been in a war with that car.
Dude, Ghost, you know, I think that's a fair question by you, Ghost. Honestly, man, I'm a big Hendrick Motorsports guy. Boom, right there. And I got to tell you, man, it's been a struggle to start the season for their teams. But right now, Kyle Larson's in the 5th place position. William Byron is in the 8th place position. So at least those two cars are doing pretty good right now, riding inside the top 10.
now remember the two drivers that did not stop. Josh
Ty, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chat, brother. Yeah, unfortunately, Chase Briscoe got knocked out. He got the tires locked up and unfortunately ran into the wall, which ended his day in the number 19 Toyota Camry there for Joe Gibbs Racing. So unfortunately for him, his day is done here at Phoenix.
Tire count and the amount of tires that they had left in the pits, but it puts you back in the hornet's nest, and when something happens, you got a really good opportunity to be right in the middle of it. So they'll get that car cleaned up a little bit at Chase Elliott's, but he won't have any chance to run at the front the rest of the day.
Regan?
Like Josh Berry just stepping out of the care center. Josh, looked like that kind of just landed in your lap there when you got going down through the tri-oval. What'd you see, and how disappointing after having a good day for a little while there?
Oh yeah, just quite the day. I mean, just wasn't very good. Had a couple good restarts and got up front, and obviously was down a set of tires from early in the race and had to stay out. Got back there late and just wrong place at the wrong time. So I just want to thank everybody at Hero and Wood Brothers Racing, Ford Racing, everything.
Somebody dropped the anchor and forgot the message? Maybe.
Thanks, Josh.
So Josh Berry involved in that wreck at lap 254, being checked out there at the infield care center.
In stage 3 already, and we still have 53 laps to go.
And that's a long time at this place. I know we talk about it being a short track, but it's a long ways left in this race to be able to have another caution, have a long run, short run. You still have enough laps to be able to experience anything at this point.
All right, let's give you an in case you missed it summary of the day. Kyle Busch with tire trouble early that did not bring out the caution, but in lap 94, Shane Van Gisbergen did. Then William Byron, Chase Briscoe, lap 132. Hard into the wall. And on the restart, Ross Chastain and everybody piled up. Look at that car in the air of Anthony Alfredo, the 48.
Big hit there. Big wreck on a restart.
Out of the race.
Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, and then the most recent one here. Big hit.
Joey
Logano getting hit by Suarez from behind, running into Josh Berry in the front. So much damage for all three of those cars. And a tough ending to the day for Logano, who was really fast today, led a bunch of laps, and unfortunately his day will be over. So we've seen 6 leaders here, 20 different lead changes. There's 28 cars on the lead lap, 10 cautions here today for 72 caution laps. Blaney was the stage 1 winner with Christopher Bell winning stage number 2, and Christopher Bell is your current leader here in this race.
I love it.
Jeffrey, I agree with you there, man.
IndyCar from Arlington next Sunday, 12:30 Eastern on Fox. After that, switch over to FS1 and join us from Las Vegas for the Cup Series race, 4 p.m. Eastern on Fox. The NHRA is back in action March 22nd with the Arizona Nationals on FS1.
Kevin, what you've seen so far, talking about Bell and Blaney, kind of our 2 horses, right? What you've seen, are these cautions helping one or the other? Short run versus long run speed?
I think I think that as the tires have been cycled, it seems to be on Blaney's side on the restarts, from what I've seen so far. But I think
the way I feel.
Yeah. Okay. At least we agree on something today.
Well, if Blaney can get the lead, he might be able to drive away.
He would have if he all but had it, right?
Driving in Bell's slipstream, not doing him any good. Getting off the corner, can't beat that 20 down the straightaway.
And don't forget about Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs has done a great job of inserting himself into a position that can win this race. Don't count that kid out going for his first win.
And that's right, guys. Ty Gibbs is now on the front row here in his number 54 Toyota alongside his teammate Christopher Bell. They'll be at the restart here. Another one of their teammates, Denny Hamlin, is right behind Ty Gibbs on the inside lane, and Ryan Blaney on that outside lane behind Christopher Bell, the leader. And now with 49 laps to go, we're going to get ready for the restart here at Phoenix Raceway with the fans on their feet here for these NASCAR Cup Series drivers.
Everybody on their feet, 50 to go. Will this be the final restart? Don't count on it.
And here we go as we're back. Green flag racing here at Phoenix Raceway. Christopher Bell takes off with the lead here, but Ty Gibbs is on the inside, and he looks to take away the lead away from his teammate Bell. Oh, and he got loose, almost up into Christopher Bell there. He pushes the 20 up the racetrack. But wait a minute, on the outside behind Christopher Bell, here comes Kyle Larson. And Larson gets around Hamlin and Blaney for the 3rd place spot on the outside here at Phoenix. But Blaney, into the side of the number 5. There was contact there. And Blaney trying to hold off Hamlin, who gets in the back left corner panel of Blaney. That number 12's really fast, but how about that number 5 Chevy? And now Tyler Reddick in the fold as he gets around Ryan Blaney for the 4th place position. And that number 45 Toyota is always fast late in these races this season as he gets around Ryan Blaney. How about Kyle Larson? But now he's under fire. Tyler Reddick to the inside. And the number 45 Toyota has a chance to take away a top 3 spot. But he backs off here, and now Ryan Blaney under attack. Reddick is going to go down a spot as Ryan Blaney gets the inside of the number 45. And oh, Tyler Reddick with a good drive off of the exit of the corner there. As we come down the front stretch, he'll hold on to that top 4 spot. And Christopher Bell continues to drive off here as Ty Gibbs did not get a good restart there, and now it looks like the drivers behind him are the ones aggressively trying to get up to the leader here. But Christopher Bell continues to drive off here, and how about Denny Hamlin? Hamlin continues to fall backwards here. Something going on with his vehicle. I don't know if it's tire wear or what's happening, but he's all the way back in 9th place position.
Position to not be great on the short runs, it puts you very vulnerable with everybody else as you go through these first couple laps. So he's starting to make some ground back forward, back on the outside of William Byron right here.
So we see here William Byron now on the inside of Hamlin as Hamlin tries to stay inside the top 8 here. And how about Kyle Larson making the comeback here? After dropping further and further back of the track through the first 2 stages, he's now worked his way up back inside the top 5.
So the run passing the cars he gave up on the restart.
That's right.
Rinse and repeat. Yeah, because while you're waiting, everybody's going past you and producing this log jam right here.
Look at Austin.
Now we're seeing here Austin Dillon on the inside of William Byron as the number 3 Chevrolet for RCR is having a great run here at Phoenix. But ladies and gentlemen, here's Tyler Reddick. He's on the inside of Kyle Larson here looking to take away that top 4 spot. But Larson very aggressive on the outside, and we're 3 wide coming down the backstretch as Ryan Blaney's on the inside of Tyler Reddick in the number 45, and he's got a break coming into the corner here. But nice grip. We know how fast Ryan Blaney is in those corners. And he pushes Blaney. Oh my goodness. Blaney pushes Reddick up near the wall. There was almost contact there. With 42 laps to go, we've got some aggressive racing happening here, folks.
A couple tenths faster right now because these guys are back here racing their butts off.
And that's right, Ryan Blaney side by side with Tyler Reddick for that top 4 spot. As we see Kyle Larson trying to hold on to the top 3 position. Ty Gibbs is starting to pull away. Him and Christopher Bell having a big lead over the other drivers right now.
But his ability to get on the gas down here in 1 and 2 before everybody else has enabled him to pass the field.
And we see here Ryan Blaney still working that inside lane on Tyler Reddick, but Reddick very fast on the outside. As we see Larson now trying to hold on here.
Logano checked in release to the infield center. Carson Hocevar working A.J. Allmendinger there for 11th place behind Michael McDowell.
And Hocevar's had he's had a consistent day. He's been, 5th to 12th, right in there. And that's a good day. Solid day. Hasn't had any controversy with anybody and been able to build on that as you go forward with cars that are finishing races. That'll eventually put him in position to take advantage of the days when he has a chance to win. So he's overcome a lot having to start at the rear.
Well, half of the top 12 have had to rebound from something. Larson got caught for speeding. Blaney, 2 loose wheels.
And that's right, guys, and now we're seeing Ryan Blaney on the inside of Kyle Larson here, and a nice move by the number 12 as that Ford Mustang was able to get around the Chevrolet of the number 5, Kyle Larson, and now Ryan Blaney finds himself inside the top 3. Now he's got to try to track down Ty Gibbs and have a chance to get back up and battle for the lead against Christopher Bell. We've got 38 laps to go here at Phoenix Raceway. So Christopher Bell continuing to lead here. He's won here before, and an impressive day here in Phoenix for the driver of the number 20 Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. He's led 161 of 274 laps here thus far, and he'll continue to hold on to the lead.
Brake rotor explode with a great performance on that day, and Denny Hamlin, seen him be so dominant in the years past, but it's no coincidence that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top 7 are Toyotas, and they have definitely done that again today.
That's right, guys, but what I will say is it does look like the Chevrolets are making a strong push to get back up towards the front.
What happened from your perspective, and how hopeless does it feel when you're sliding backwards across the track?
Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure what happened there. I guess I didn't realize I was 3 wide. Oh no, it's still 2, but even then, it still seemed like there was some room there, but just ran out of space in the 1. Just seemed like racing, I guess. Just is what it is. And then I didn't mean to get Ross there. At the start, I had a run and kind of went down to the bottom with me, and gosh, it's been a rough day. So, we had a good show, Penske Mustang. We were probably a top 3 car, maybe 4 car. It just, really hurts to be here. Thanks, Joey.
That's right, guys. Joey Logano, after leading a bunch of laps here today, unfortunately wrecks out near the end of this race as we got 35 laps to go here. Christopher Bell continues to extend his lead here over Ty Gibbs, and now his teammate, though, has got his hands full with Ryan Blaney closing in on that second-place position. And for Ryan Blaney, it's going to be tough show of it here, and the frustration's going to boil over for him as he had to drive from the back back of the field twice in this race. And for him, he looks like the faster car here throughout this race. But Christopher Bell has positioned himself in the perfect spot to get himself a very good finish and possibly the win here at Phoenix Raceway.
He's not faster than Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney as the run gets towards the end of those runs. So he winds up being better than the other guys on the long run, but it's not going to put him in a position to win the race unless we have a caution or something here at the end.
Daniel Suarez, the third driver knocked out of the race in that crash, also released from the care center. 28 drivers on the lead lap. Ross Chastain running 26 laps down. Everybody else is on the lead lap here, Larry, with 32 to go.
Yeah, Mike, I know we've had 10 cautions, and I'm not sure we're done with cautions yet. But when you look at the 8 races here of the Gen 7 car.
So average lap of last caution is lap 281 with 31 laps to go, which is right about where we're at. And the 2 races have ended in overtime over the last 8 races. And oh my goodness, unfortunately here for Connor Zilic, looks like a right front tire is down. But that could be a brake caliber issue, as we see the 88 was able to make it down to pit lane before the caution flag comes out. And there goes Ryan Blaney on the inside of Ty Gibbs, and Blaney finally gets around the 54 Toyota, and that number 12 Ford Mustang has clean air as he now tries to battle to get up towards the front here with 30 laps to go at Phoenix Raceway. What incredible racing we've seen today from Ryan Blaney. This man continues to show why he's one of the best here at this racetrack. What an incredible pass there for Blaney to get around Gibbs quickly, and now he's going to have to march down and get behind Christopher Bell as he continues to chip away at that lead. Will Blaney have a chance to compete for the win here at Phoenix Raceway? Well, Christopher Bell with a big lead here, but we see here that Ryan Blaney is one of the fastest cars on the racetrack right now. A terrific run here.
The gap now back to 3 seconds.
Yeah, we saw him right there up the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. That has not been where he's made the big gains throughout the race today. So that was interesting. He actually lost a little bit of time on that lap. So I believe that 12 car is better wrapping the bottom of the corner. I know he's probably searching, but I'm not sure that it's the right time to search for any speed. But you see him up the racetrack again, so maybe he's got a different handle.
Oh, and oh, ladies and gentlemen, there's a car almost going into the wall here, as it looks like we've got a tire down. That's Austin Hill in the number 33 Chevrolet.
And the reason that you know that, and Clint knew that,
and he's going to pit here. And with that pit, we see here a tire starting to become issues here for these vehicles, but we will stay green here with 26 laps to go as Christopher Bell continues to lead this race here at Phoenix Raceway.
If the caution would come out, would that be to Blaney's benefit?
What's up, Terry? Unfortunately for Larson, oh, not Elliott. Yeah, Larson's 4th right now in the number 5 Chevrolet.
I'm just being honest with you.
What's up, Scotty Day? No, just the Cup Series thus far. I have been thinking about doing the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series because I do know some drivers in that series. And oh no, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a car spinning out and bringing out the caution. And talk about bad luck here after we've seen 2 different RCR cars deal with tire issues, including Austin Hill, who just went into the pits. Now it's Austin Dillon, who is having a fantastic run here, and that back right tire is flat. And unfortunately for the number 3, he's going to have to head back into the pit stops.
With those 2 strategies, so.
What I think you're trying to say is all hell is fixing to break loose.
I am.
So guys, with 24 laps to go, this caution flag brought out by the flat tire and spin there by Austin Dillon as that tire starts to shred here. Man, we're now going to be in. We're going to be in for a huge restart here, guys. Dillon, what if Reddick wins again? I don't want that. I don't want that.
That will benefit Christopher Bell.
Maybe. Or somebody that
gambles, throws 2 tires on, or stays out. That's the thing about this racetrack. Once this starts happening, you don't know if that thing's going to go 15 laps green or we're going to have green, just one after another cautions. You got to hope that you made the right choice here, but don't beat yourself.
Larry, what wins the race? 2 tires here or 4?
Well,
Yeah, we do all the cup races here. Appreciate you.
We've got basically 26, 25 drivers on the lead lap. Why not roll the dice and try just right?
And that's the dangerous thing about this scenario.
I don't like that, Larry. I think you try just right side tires. You're going to be out. You're going to be a moving chicane out there. We've seen it before with drivers that didn't stop, straight to the rear.
Denny Hamlin wishes he'd have put 2 tires on last year.
It may not win the race, Mike, but if you're sitting back there 20th, it's probably going to buy you a better finish.
Okay, I'll buy that, Larry. But now remember, last year in Hamlin's case, there weren't this many laps to go. It was a very short run to the finish, wasn't it?
But if the cautions start happening, what do cautions do?
Cautions.
Yeah, Dylan, you're right about that, man. That number 45 car has been very good here throughout this race today. And honestly, like he'll still have a chance here. He's 5th right now. So Reddick still has a very good chance to win this race. And we'll see what happens here. And now everybody's coming to pit. Wow! So nobody stayed out here. All of the leaders come in and pit. And we'll see how this works out here.
Like the code word for Ryan Blaney was yellow. Crew Chief Jonathan Hassler asked him, are you all good with that? He said, yes, I am all good with that. We'll see if that means 2 or 4 tires. No comments on the car for him.
Oh, Blaney took 2 right side tires. Will he be able to beat everybody else off pit lane? And looks like a lot of guys took only right side tires. Not Christopher Bell, though. He's taking 4. Bell's going to lose the lead here on pit lane. No way! And ladies and gentlemen, it's Ryan Blaney and Ty Gibbs who come out here as we see William Byron and McDowell and Hocevar all get big gains, including Kyle Busch and Shane Van Gisbergen. They come out inside the top 10 after those round of pit stops. Christopher Bell lost 7 spots with those 4 tires that he took. Holy crap! So pit strategy may be what helps win this race for somebody, but holy crap!
Look how fast this stop was for just 2 tires. And Gibbs a little impatient, but he went on the jack. And
so this is
great stop there by Ty Gibbs, who's looking for his first career win in the Cup Series. And now that number 54 Toyota will be out in front as we get ready for the restart.
Situation than he did if that was Christopher Bell sitting there.
Keep in mind that last restart, Blaney had a little bit of trouble. Larson was the one that was hit.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. Gotta go hit the restroom. Ooh. All right, we are back. Sorry about that, guys.
You got some good restarters right here. If Gibbs can get this done.
well, don't ignore that second row. You've got Kyle Larson.
Exactly what I'm saying.
And you've got Tyler Reddick going for something we thought was impossible last week. It's even more improbable this week.
If Ty Gibbs can hold off these 3 drivers and win this race for his first race, whoa.
Fireball, vanilla, and ice cream float? That sounds good. If you see 2 grills, damn it. Oh, it's a first. I see 2 keyboards, and he's reversing beer. Well, guys, I'm about to get ready for some burgers and beer after we get done here. So thank you guys for hanging out with us on Tim Reynolds Show as we get ready for the restart here. Make sure you guys get ready and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You know the restarts are always fun here on the channel.
You just can't get rid of him. And on these restarts, he's just wherever everybody else isn't. You saw that on the last restart up on the outside.
And here we go, Ryan Blaney on the front row here on the inside, as Ty Gibbs is up on the top side, the top lane. And how about Kyle Busch now inside the top 10? Talk about a big comeback for the number 8 car. So here we go as we enter the restart zone here at Phoenix Raceway, and we go back green flag racing here for the NASCAR Cup Series. And the dog leg here side by side as Ryan Blaney pulls out in front for the lead here at Phoenix Raceway. And oh, we've got a lockup of the tires as we see Tyler Reddick gets loose, but somehow holds on to the car here. Wow! And the number 45 definitely locked up the brakes, and we've got cars spinning, and oh man, this is going to bring out the caution once again. And oh, chaos here on the restarted Phoenix Raceway.
He needed this thing to go green.
Well, it'll be interesting to see when that caution came out as to who the leader is. And that's what Clint was talking about earlier, Mike. You just don't know when these cautions are going to fall.
Unfortunately there, John Hunter Nemechek, and this ties a track record with 12 cautions today.
Last scoring loop crossed before the caution light came on is how NASCAR officiates that. That way they don't have people racing into a caution scene trying to gain position. You go back to the last scoring loop. This ties the record for cautions at Phoenix in a 500-kilometer race at 12.
Let's go back and see what happened.
Yep, Dylan right back in the caution, and we're finally seeing the replay here. And in the back of the pack, we see Zane Smith on the outside. It's like 4 wide, and there they are bouncing off each other there. As that's John Hunter Nemechek and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. that unfortunately get into Smith, who then gets into Ty Dillon. And man, that's going to take out about 3 or 4 cars there. A tough wreck there for Zane Smith. A nice run on the outside and just gets taken out as those cars had no room to go there. And unfortunately, that's going to end the day for the number 38.
We've seen some massive wrecks. That back straightaway is extremely narrow.
What a young season this has been for Zane Smith. He's had some of the most promising runs and some of the hardest hits.
We're wiping them out today, boys.
Yeah, we are, man. Track record, 12 cautions here today at Phoenix Raceway. So a lot of aggressive driving here by these NASCAR Cup Series drivers.
Well, Kyle Larson was especially impressive on that restart, just whipping around the outside.
This car was completely out of it. I was watching him go through 3 and 4 all day long, completely sideways. That first stage.
All right, thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, it looks like Kyle Larson is actually the one who is in second place position. As that caution flag came out, Larson was able to get around Ryan Blaney. And this could mean that the defending Cup Series champion could have a chance to get it into victory lane after a tough day in that number 5 Chevrolet. Wow. All right, guys, so we should get everything back going here with about 10 laps to go here on this restart.
If he goes to the top, he's going to go to the bottom too. So he's going to go wherever you're not.
Wow, man, thank you everybody for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
A big part of that was the quick pit work that happened on the stop previously. Jackson Gibbs, which is Ty's cousin. Tell me, do you guys practice these mad ups that you had right here, like in pit practice, or is that just something you do instinctively?
I think he just has fun trying to run me over each time. So I just get better at just avoiding that each time, I'd say.
Well, that's some fancy footwork there. We enjoyed watching it. What do you think about Ty being up front?
Hey, the jump was a little unnecessary, wouldn't you say, Jackson? I think you're right. That's my brother Miller. I mean, photobomb.
Mike, we're having fun down here. These guys are out front, and it's looking good for the 54.
It's a family affair there for the Gibbs brothers, man. Ty Gibbs, his cousin, who's actually one of the tire carriers that put the tire on there. Nice little leap there, getting out of the way of his cousin, as Ty Gibbs is looking to win his first career Cup Series race here in that number 54 Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Where he chooses, it's going to be his choice first. It's going to be so important.
And Ghost, what's going on, man? He says, need to make a cologne of my smoker. Women get too close, but hell, I'm happy with the smoke. Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah, man. Ooh, and ladies and gentlemen, it was so close. Kyle Larson was actually moments away from getting that lead away from Ty Gibbs before that caution came out.
So let's say Gibbs takes the top and we don't yet know. What do you do if you're Ryan Blaney? Where do you go? Who do you want to follow on the restart?
He doesn't want to follow anybody.
Well, I know, but now he may not have a choice.
Now he's. But I'm saying he's in a worse spot than he was on the last restart because of now he doesn't. He's not going to be any better than the second row.
I think he goes to the inside, and I think he tries to dive bomb it all on the bottom, going into one.
I think you just have to be patient. As long as I'm inside, if I have 8 or 9 laps legitimately, I still think I can win with this 12 car if I'm Ryan Blaney. Struggling a little bit with takeoff speed on these restarts. Tells me it's probably a little bit loose, Kevin, because of his strong suit on the long runs. But these cycles on the tires and everything else.
All right, guys, so it's been an incredible run of it here. So looks like we'll get back to green flag racing with about 12 laps to go here at Phoenix Raceway. We're going to see some chaos here, that's for sure.
Tire to tire with him going into turn one. So you need to mix it up right here and do something different. Take it off.
Choosing the outside.
As did Blaney.
So Ryan Blaney takes the outside, Larson takes the inside on the front row there. Blaney behind Gibbs on row number 2, and William Byron will be behind his teammate. How about the bounce back from the Chevys as we see 3 Chevys here, actually 4 Chevys inside the top 10, with 2 more right outside the top 10 as well. William Byron and Kyle Larson have worked their way back up to the front of this racetrack here at the beginning, after this tough start to the beginning of this race.
The play is, will Larson just drive it in there and slide you? And the answer is yes.
Absolutely. But don't let him entice you to overdrive your race car. Get loose and give this thing away. Keep him pinned down. Get a good jump. Get through the gearbox.
All right, here we go, guys. Get a little refresher there on the track for everybody as we get ready to go back green flag racing here.
Laps to go when they come to the line.
And the green flag is out as we go back green flag racing here at Phoenix Raceway. And how about Ty Gibbs? He got a great jump there on that restart. Kyle Larson on the inside of Ryan Blaney. Oh my goodness, Christopher Bell on the inside, dive bombs and takes over the 3rd place spot, but he's got no grip out of the corner as Kyle Larson holds on. And now Christopher Bell inside the top 5, but oh man, Kyle Larson got way too loose as he drops that 2nd place spot. But here comes Ryan Blaney on the dog leg, dive bombing the inside of Ty Gibbs as the number 12 Ford Mustang looks to take the lead away from the number 54 Toyota. But Ty Gibbs holds on as he exits the corner down the backstretch here with the lead. 11 laps to go here in Phoenix Raceway. Can Ryan Blaney find some grip and find some way to take this lead away? He's side by side with Gibbs down the front stretch as he dive bombs the dog leg. Ryan Blaney's out in front and he takes the lead away from Ty Gibbs. But wait a minute, shut up the racetrack. Ty Gibbs responds. He's on the bottom, but it won't be enough as Blaney's able to hold on to that speed, exiting the corner down the backstretch. What a terrific run here by Ryan Blaney, overcoming the odds, the mistakes in the pit lane, and now with 9 laps to go, Ryan Blaney's out in front here at Phoenix Raceway. What an incredible ending to this race. Can Ryan Blaney now pull away as Ty Gibbs has now dropped back over a half a second behind the leader? Kyle Larson right behind him in third place. And there's Christopher Bell in fourth after leading the most laps here today. It looks like, folks, we will have a new winner for the first time here in the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series. But there's a lot more laps to go here as we see Kyle Larson looking on the inside of Ty Gibbs. Christopher Bell looking on the inside of Larson. Larson's right there on the back bumper of Gibbs. And how about Tyler Reddick, after unfortunately locking up those tires? He's kind of lost some grip as Tyler Reddick continues to fall backwards here, folks. So 7 laps to go here, and now, unfortunately, there goes Christopher Bell around not only Kyle Larson, but also his teammate Ty Gibbs. And now, Ryan Blaney continues to pull away, but Christopher Bell, who's led the most laps here today, will have 6 laps to try to catch up to the leader. It's now a 2-car race here, folks, as Christopher Bell starts to pull away from Gibbs and Larson. Kyle Larson has now found himself in third place, getting around the number 54 Toyota Camry. And talk about a big comeback and bounce back for that team there for Hendrick Motorsports, as that number 5 Chevrolet was dealing with problems all race long and now finds himself inside the top 3. A terrific finish now with 5 laps to go as Ryan Blaney has a 1-second lead over Christopher Bell. And this could be Blaney's race to lose here. If we see no more cautions, Blaney will have to hold on as he looks to win his first race of the season.
Making good time in the bottom of 1 and 2. If you add up all the cars Ryan Blaney has passed today, it comes to 49.
Wow, it's amazing. What a performance. Got through that corner very good.
And that's right, guys, as we heard here on the broadcast, Ryan Blaney has passed 42 cars today after going to the back of the field twice due to issues in pit lane. But he's been able to overcome the odds here as he continues to pull away from Christopher Bell here with approaching 3 laps to go here in Phoenix Raceway.
Such a great racetrack for Team Penske. They've won championships. Ryan Blaney won his championship here, winning the race. And
that's the first lap I saw inside of a 10th, right? He actually caught him about a 10th of a second there that lap.
So Christopher Bell still trying to work this racetrack here and find grip wherever he can to get back up towards the leader. As we come here out of the exit of turn number 4, down the front stretch, 2 laps to go here for Ryan Blaney. And it comes down to this. Will the number 12 Ford Mustang be able to hold off the number 20 Toyota Camry, as Christopher Bell has led the most laps here today? But after that last restart, with just over 10 laps to go, Christopher Bell able to pass 5 different cars to get up to second place position, but he may come up just short of getting the victory here at Phoenix Raceway, but he is closing that gap, and we've got the white flag out. Ryan Blaney's got 4 corners to go for his first win here in the season. And the NASCAR Cup Series race here at Phoenix Raceway all comes down to this, as Blaney holds on to the lead at the exit of turn number 2. Coming down the backstretch, Christopher Bell trying and clawing his way to get back to the back bumper, but it won't be enough as we come out of the exit of turn 4, and your winner here at Phoenix Raceway is Ryan Blaney, the driver of the number 12 Ford Mustang for Team Penske.
Blaney gets his 18th career win and his second.
And congratulations to Ryan Blaney. He gets his 18th career Cup Series win and his first win of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. How about that, folks?
McDowell with a 9th place top 10. Jones with a well-earned top 10.
Yeah, Eric Jones, what a comeback for him. He was a lap down early on.
Keep going down through it. SVG 11th. These are
nice one for
wow, guys, congratulations as the burnout begins for Ryan Blaney.
Team Penske, 4th on the all-time list.
A very impressive victory there for the driver of the number 12 Ford Mustang, as Team Penske once again gets a victory here at Phoenix Raceway. And let's go over the top 10 here for you guys unofficially. Christopher Bell finishes second in the number 20 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Kyle Larson in a very good, impressive finish here with a third place finish in the number 5 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Ty Gibbs, who had the lead to start this last restart, unfortunately falls back to 4th, and that's where he will finish here at the end of this one in his number 54 Toyota there for Joe Gibbs Racing. Danny Hamlin rounds out the top 5 here as we see 3 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas finish inside the top 5 as Danny Hamlin finishes 5th in his number 11 Toyota Camry. Bubba Wallace finishes 6th in his number 23 Toyota. A very good finish for him here at Phoenix. William Byron finishes 7th in his number 24 Chevrolet. Tyler Reddick, the driver who won 3 straight races to start the season, finishes inside the top 10. A very good run here for the number 45 Toyota team for 2311 Racing. And Michael McDowell finishes 9th in his number 71 Chevrolet. And Eric Jones rounds out the top 10, finishing 10th in his number 43 Toyota. Shane Van Gisbergen, a very impressive finish for him, 11th in the number 97 Chevrolet.
Nothing about
as they talk to the
easy
race
for
car
you.
winner.
Back to the front multiple times. 49 passes. Your car's starting to roll away here, Ryan. But what a day. Hold on. He's got to stop the car. It's rolling backwards over the start-finish line. Got it in gear. There it is. The restarts were not your friend. And Christopher Bell was lights out all day. How did you overcome all that to end up right here for your first victory of the year?
Yeah, that was almost really bad, by the way. No, I mean, just perseverance. You know, I mean, everybody on the 12 group persevered all day. We had a couple mistakes that, you know, we learned from and got better and had to come from the back a couple times. And honestly, the 20 was the best car. But Jonathan made a great call to take 2. And we were able to get the lead and just hold him off. I don't know how many more laps there were to hold him off, but we were able to do that. So really proud of everybody. At Team Penske is so cool. We swept the weekend. Newgarden winning yesterday, us winning today. Can't wait to see Roger. Appreciate Dent Wizard, Ford Racing for what they do. Menards, Wabash, Discount Tire, Body Armor, Advanced Auto Parts, Dex Imaging, everything that these people put into our program is cool. And so it's cool to win here again, and especially after a day like that. So I can't say enough about the 12 guys for keeping their head down and doing what they do, and Jonathan again for making a good call there at the end.
Ryan, I heard throughout the Penske organization
Just
there was
finished.
a lot of pressure on you guys today to get that sweep.
And it
All
wasn't
the
Tyler
sponsors
Reddick.
here, Roger wanted that sweep so bad. On top of all of that, it's your first win as a dad. All of those things. What does this moment
To celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Unbelievable. You know,
It's
honestly,
Beer
when I got
30.
to the finish line, I thought of
Yeah, you know what, babe?
here. I know they're
After this
watching.
interview.
Look forward to seeing them tonight.
Okay.
But yeah, just hits
Second
differently.
career win for Ryan
obviously
Blaney.
winning feels
65
great, but going
points
home to
earned.
my family, my wife, my son, it's even better. So that's just cherry on top. So looking forward to getting home. And thank you, everybody who came out this weekend. Awesome weekend, guys. Hope to do it again soon. Thank you.
All right, guys, and there we go. Your winner here at Phoenix Raceway, Ryan Blaney, his second career win here at Phoenix. And there's the interview there with the runner-up, Christopher Bell.
To get back up there. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, if we had more green flag laps, I think we could have, made a run at them. But I don't know. You win some, you lose some. And this one stings. But on a positive side, I'm really proud of our entire team. You know, the pit crew did amazing. Adam brought an amazing car. Our engineers, our mechanics did really good. And
Finished second, led 176 laps today, did Christopher
Bell.
Bell.
It was the day that we needed. We got a lot of stage points. Finished second. So, yeah, not just bummed whenever they get away like that.
All right, thanks for talking to us. Let's see if we can walk back here. And Kyle Larson looking like he's finishing up a radio interview right now. So we'll come back here and check in with Ty Gibbs. Ty, fantastic run for you today. You guys really did everything good and smooth on the racetrack, just what we talked about this morning.
Yeah, we were really good today. And, I don't know. That's unfortunate. But we'll keep rolling. And, I think I could have done some things better there. Unfortunate there. But very, happy with my team and, all the guys. I'm with the right guys, and that makes a difference. And so, we're running good because of that.
Ty Gibbs with a
It
top
shows.
5 finish here today,
really
36
happy with my
points
team.
earned, currently
Everybody's done a great job.
15th in
Everybody believes in
points
me, and we all believe
after
in
that
each other.
last
So,
run.
Happy with that. Thank you to AMPM.
All right, guys, so I just want to go ahead before we get done here, guys. This has been a historic live stream here on Tim Reynolds Show. By far our best NASCAR stream. And believe it or not, guys, this is one of our best streams of all time here on the channel. So just want to crack open a cold one here for you guys, since the wife was nice enough to go get us one here to celebrate, and just say thank you to everybody hanging out here, man. Got to give a big shout out to Robert, one of our new members here. Ghost, one of our members as well. Thank you to Mrs. Reynolds for hanging out with us here today. Baby, I hope you got to enjoy the race, and thank you for the beer. Thank you for the camaraderie, and everyone loves your lap, obviously, so we're going to have to get that back onto the channel a little bit more often here. And thank you guys so much for making this live stream an incredible one, an historic one here for Tim Reynolds Show. So let's crack open a cold one, baby, for y'all as we give a toast here to every single one of y'all. Thank you so much for helping out on the channel. Cheers, man.
Congratulations, baby. You did great.
Thank you, baby.
Love you.
Oh, I appreciate you.
Good job.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. Hey, baby girl, my cologne is available. We got to hook up. Hey, Ghost, calm down. Ghost, calm down. I know that barbecue's got to be good, though, man. I can't wait to check it out one of these days. Appreciate you guys. Peace out, and we'll see you guys next time here on Tim Reynolds Show. And how about Tyler Reddick here, guys, finishing 8th after he won the 3 previous races? Obviously, Tyler Reddick is your points leader right now in the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series standings. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time right here on Tim Reynolds Show, one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.